Welcome to high school baseball here on Jack and Nation Sports. From Molly Scott Field, I'm Alex Boyer alongside me, Roger Shear, as we bring you the Branson Pirates taking on the Lebanon Yellow Jackets.
Branson coming in today with a 9-6 overall record, led by head coach Kirk Harriman, the third-year man. They were 14-19 a year ago, coming in with a winning record out of Branson today.
Lebanon looking to extend that winning streak, sitting at 13-2 overall. On the midway point through the year, Lebanon will call on the southpaw, Cole Dustin, the senior standout, to try to get the job done against the Pirates this afternoon. And Roger, Solar Eclipse Day, did you take some time to check it out?
No, I didn't get the glasses. Luke Winfrey and I went outside to see if we could maybe do a split-second stare, and I just didn't want to risk it. Didn't want to risk losing our eyesight. So, but good day. I'm glad that the eclipse is over with. I can now stop looking at it on my Facebook feed. We can get back to normal life, and that includes normal baseball. As you said, the Lebanon Yellow Jackets 13-2. Cole Dustin, the fireballer, left-handed southpaw pitcher on the mound for the Lebanon Yellow Jackets. What we found out from Willard, as we found out last year, really good fastball, really good movement on the fastball. The one question we're going to have for Cole today is going to be the same question we had last game. Can he keep the fastball in the strike zone, as there were certainly some control issues against, I said Willard, but it was it Willard? It was the Willard the game, where we saw a few hit batsmen, and he was out within the first couple of innings, so we'll see what he can do with that today.
He'll face a tough part of the order to start the game with Colin Ross, Gage DePay, Andrew Bristow, numbers 1, 2, and 3 in the Branson lineup. Batting fourth will be the DH, Sam Atkinson. Whit Miller will hit fifth and play shortstop. Aaron Strom, the catcher, will bat sixth. Tegan Asbury, Ryber Schroeder, and Marshall Storm will round out the lineup at 7, 8, 9. For the Jackets, it will be back to their normal defense after kind of a all-hands-on-deck situation on Saturday against Catholic. Gavin Smith will do his catching behind the plate with Bronson Rhodes at first, Tony Myers at second, Chance Cromer at shortstop, Cole Milliken at third, and around the outfield, it'll be Javen Wells at left field, Braden Lamontagne at center, and Hoyt Honey and right as the first pitch in there called a strike.
And we're starting the game off with a 1-1 count here on the leadoff man. Colin Ross, definitely one of the key returners for the Branson Pirates last year. Batted a 1-for-3 average, .333 with 21 RBIs. As good as he was as a hitter, he was an even better pitcher, as this one's fouled back for strike two. But fortunately for the Jackets, it will not be Colin Ross on the mound. To start us out, it will be Hunter Jones as the hurler for Branson. So we'll stay right here at 1-2.
Busy week ahead for the Jackets on the diamond. Tomorrow they'll host Kickapoo, travel to Busch Stadium on Wednesday, and then play host to the Republic Tigers here at Ole Scott Field on Friday. So 4 games in 5 days should be an exciting time here for the Yellow Jackets.
Exciting indeed. If you didn't get to catch us Saturday night against the perennial powerhouse Springfield Catholic Fighting Irish, the Yellow Jackets looked very sharp in that game, as this one's going to be a breaking ball hit to center field, but Lamontagne is under it, and that should be routine for out number 1.
Good job there by Cole Dustin to get ahead in the count early and able to go with a curveball that Ross popped straight up to Lamontagne. So F8 on the putout for out number 1.
We talk about his fastball, but also some good breaking ball action on that to spice it up a little bit on the mound. Here comes the third baseman, Gage DePay, for the Branson Pirates.
DePay, a standout Branson football player for the Pirates this fall, and a transfer from Ozark. Was one of the best fullbacks and linebackers in the Central Ozark Conference, earning all-state honors.
Well, hopefully he doesn't storm the mound today against the Jackets, as he had a sharp foul ball for strike 1.
A couple of familiar names in this Branson lineup that we saw on the gridiron late in the fall when Branson gave Lebanon a little bit of a scare there in that first district semifinal game. Up at halftime, but the Yellow Jackets able to come back and secure another spot in the district title game.
Here's the 0-2 pitch for Dustin. This one's going to be ball 1. When I hear you say common Branson names, I'm expecting you to say Yakov Smirnoff, Jim Stafford, the Bald Knobbers, sure. But they couldn't make it for today's game, unfortunately. Here's the 1-2 pitch for Dustin, and this is going to be a beautiful strike 3. Swing and a miss, out number 2. 2 up, 2 down.
Went back to that fastball to get out number 2. So
Well, we said it. If he can position that fastball, he can be borderline unhittable. The question is, can he get the fastball where he needs it to be? So far for the first 2 batters, it has been phenomenal.
able to get a swing and a miss on DePay for out number 2, and first pitch there just off the inside corner for ball 1. Now the 1-0 pitch to Andrew Bristow, the first baseman for the Pirates, also a standout golfer for the Pirates.
There's the breaking ball to third base. Perfect throw. Perfect snag. Out number 3, 3 up and 3 down. Could not start better. If you're the Lebanon Yellow Jackets and Cole Dustin, we will go into the bottom of the first inning. It'll be Smith, Milliken, and Cromer, 0-0 Lebanon.
Back here at Ole Scott Field as Hunter Jones, the Branson right-handed pitcher that Kirk Harriman has called on today, finishes up his warm-ups and gets set to face the top of the order for the Yellow Jackets. Batting first will be the catcher Gavin Smith. Cole Milliken and Chance Cromer will be the 2 and 3 hitters. Hoyt Honey, Braden Lamontagne, Cole Dustin 4, 5, and 6, with Josh Ziegenbein, Tony Myers, and Bronson Rhodes rounding out Alex Weatherman's starting 9 for this afternoon's non-conference game.
Well, we told you last year that Branson had a losing record. However, 14-19 last year, that was not because of Hunter Jones. Hunter Jones last year, a 7-3 record, an ERA just north of 4. We'll see how he does today, pitching right-handed. This one's going to be outside for ball 1 as he takes on the speedy catcher, Gavin Smith, who already this season we have seen a ton of steal attempts. We'll see if he can get on base. This will be a foul tip for strike 1.
Smith struggling a little bit at the plate as of recent, but surely
this one, did it hit him?
I think he just got out of the way.
Just got out of the way. The one player you do not want to hit, because that can almost guarantee a third base opportunity sooner rather than later. Here's the 2-1 pitch, and this one's going to be another swing and a miss. We're now 2-2.
Hunter Jones has some good velo to him. He's got Smith to swing through a couple fastballs here early on in the count.
And here's the 2-all pitch. It's going to be swung and hit to left field. This one's going to get over the left fielder's head as he is going to be in
for a ground rule double. So that wind blowing heavy out to left field, and the Pirate left fielder, Tegan Asbury, kind of got a bad read on that, and Gavin Smith made him pay.
So here's a Great RBI opportunity for the third baseman, Cole Milliken. And Alex is a Baptist preacher. I'm not going to make any bets, but I would put the odds very high that we could maybe see a steal attempt here from Gavin Smith as he stands on second base.
Smith getting a good
it looked
jump.
like he's just going to – and there you go. As he goes for third, and he is safe standing, not even close. It wasn't a bad throw there by catcher Aaron Strom, but again, the speed of Gavin Smith is about as good as you're going to see at the high school level.
That's one of the best jumps you'll see.
I was about to say, I thought he was going to steal on the pickoff. But that's something we have seen time and time again, and I don't think he's been thrown out so far this year as he begins to take his lead at third base. Here is the 0-1 pitch. It'll be fouled off for strike two.
Cole Milliken, the standout sophomore, has had a strong start to the spring season for Alex Weatherman and has a chance to deliver here early on in the Lee Scott Field.
Gavin Smith on third base, no outs. An opportunity here to take a very early lead for the Yellow Jackets. The 0-2 pitch will be another foul ball.
Milliken hitting .396 on the season and has made a strong case for his glove as well. 19 hits, 4 doubles, 7 walks, and 7 strikeouts for the sophomore who dons the number 10 uniform.
And here's the 0-2. It's going to be a ground ball to third base. Gavin's going to stay at third. It's going to be a throw to first. It's off the bag, but a beautiful tag there by the first baseman, Andrew Bristow, for out number 1. Great play there by the third baseman, Gage DePay, to keep the speeder at third base and to get him out at first.
You know that had to be in the back of DePay's head right there is the second I let this ball go. Is
potentially going to look at an RBI situation, but he did a good job in the first baseman. Again, DePay and Bristow both. As here's the 0-all pitch to the number 3 hitter, shortstop Chance Cromer, who pitched a phenomenal game Saturday night against Springfield Catholic. He has a lot to be proud of after his performance on Saturday.
Yeah, not much more you can say than just a gritty performance there by Cromer, who got touched for a couple runs in the top of the first inning against a really good Catholic lineup and then able to bounce back and shut him down through 5 innings, then let his teammates come in and do the rest of the junk.
This one's going to be hit to left field. The left fielder loses his hat, but he catches it. It's going to be a tag attempt, and he just throws it
into the stands.
Way off. It looked like that one just slipped. That was a little deja vu moment from the Willard game, as we have baseballs flying all over the place here at Ole Scott Field. It was a beautiful play there by the left fielder. Let's see who that was. The left fielder
Tegan
is
Asbury. Tegan Asbury.
The Tegan Asbury, yeah, catching it. He hit his cutoff man perfectly. It looked like they could have gotten Gavin in that situation. But again, the throw there, an inerrant throw, as that one makes it to about the 6th row here in front of us at Ole Scott Field.
So a sac fly and then a E5 on the throwing error as that one hit about the 10th row behind home plate. Second time we've seen that ball just thrown straight into the stands. I don't know what it is about Ole Scott Field. And people
I don't know if they're just eating Orville Redenbacher and maybe the ball's just slippery or. Here's the 1-1 pitch. It's going to be a ground ball to the shortstop. He snags it, throws it, and that'll be out number 3. So the inning is over. However, 1 run for the Lebanon Yellow Jackets as we'll go into the top of the 2nd inning. Branson Pirates 0, Lebanon Yellow Jackets 1.
Hey, let me tell you the secret successful businesses already know. It's all about branding. Get recognized and get results. Results advertising, logos everything you can logo, like apparel, hats, mugs, signs, and banners. Branding your business is what results advertising does. Getting your name out there and on anything branding your business. The secret is results advertising in Lebanon at resultsadv.com and 417-533-7741.
Losing a loved one is painful, but at Shadle's Colonial Chapel, we make the hard times a little easier to bear. With affordable funeral and cremation services, we offer 2 spacious chapels, a full-service banquet area for families to gather, plus the latest technology for honoring your loved one. Our website has everything you need, from pre-arrangements to flowers, even a place to reminisce. Let us help you remember your loved one. Shadle's Colonial Funeral Chapel, the area's most often selected funeral service.
Back here at Ole Scott Field for the top of the second inning as the DH Sam Atkinson steps into the batter's box to face Cole Dustin on for his second inning of action here. A 1-2-3 inning for Dustin in the top of the first. On a fly out to center field, a strikeout, and a ground out to the third baseman to end the inning. First pitch. Right on the outside corner, fastball called for a strike.
Great placement there for Dustin. Certainly an improvement over what we saw from Willard, as he's been able to control that fastball pretty well. And Branson has had no answer so far early on in the game. Here's the 0-1 pitch. It is a breaking ball and a beautiful snag there by Dustin as he makes it an easy throw to Rhodes for out number 1, and he retires the DH Sam Atkinson, bringing up the number 5 hitter, shortstop Whit Miller. As a Royals fan, I'm partial to shortstop players by the name of Whit.
Yeah, let's see if he can.
Let's see if he can emulate Bobby Witt. If so, then it may be a long day for the Yellow Jackets. As Dustin steps off. It's a beautiful thing about being a Royals fan. I can cheer on Bobby Witt for the next 11 years, even when we're losing 100 games. Here's the pitch for Dustin, and it is a swing and a miss. As Whit Miller swinging for the 375 sign. Here's the 0-1 pitch for Dustin, and it's going to be a fastball for strike 2.
Jackets got their run in the bottom of the first inning on a sacrifice fly by Chance Cromer. That also a throwing error by the third baseman that went into about the 10th row behind home plate. A 0-2 curveball gets Miller to swing and miss for out number 2.
If you're Coach Weatherman, you got to be very happy with your pitching going back to the Catholic game. And now Cole Dustin starting out as good as it gets. 5 up and 5 down.
Strikeout number 17 on the year right there for the senior southpaw Cole Dustin.
So that's going to bring up the catcher, Aaron Strom. And this one's going to be high for ball 1. Again, beautiful day of baseball here at Ole Scott Field. We've been blessed by Mother Nature the last few games here. Here's another fastball for strike 2. Dustin is on point so far with that fastball.
Need him to stay locked in here, and if Lebanon can get 5 or 6 innings out of Cole Dustin, that is a win for sure.
And this one's going to be a leap by the right fielder, Hoyt Honey, just for good measure, right? We'll give him a 10 out of 10. Nonetheless, it is an equal out. That is out number 3 for the Branson Pirates. Again, 3 up and 3 down. 2 perfect innings for the left-hander, Cole Dustin. We will go to the bottom of the second inning. Jackets up 1-0.
It's a beautiful morning, Scotty, and we have an early game today.
That injured list, it's getting longer by the minute.
Not to mention, there's apparently a nasty virus sweeping through the locker room.
Yeah, but these players, they're in good hands.
All of them need to feel their best this season, Scotty.
Yes, they do, Jack, because this team is on track to win it all this year.
Every day, Mercy's team is ready to take care of yours, bringing you the care you need now. Find out all the ways to access Mercy at mercynow.net.
The junior Braden Lamontagne will come up for Lebanon here in the bottom of the second inning. Braden Lamontagne swinging a red-hot bat right now for Alex Weatherman and the Yellow Jackets.
We've talked a lot about Braden Lamontagne, and here's the pitch as this one's inside for ball one. We allude to what Coach Weatherman has said about Braden as a junior outfielder, and the words could not be better from Coach Weatherman, saying that he's one of the better juniors in the area and certainly one of the better juniors that Coach Weatherman has coached. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and again, this one is inside past the catcher for ball two.
Hitting exactly 400 right on the dot, so Lamontagne hoping to get on base here and start a good rally for LHS as that one off the outside corner for ball number 3.
As you said, Lamontagne batting 400, but an OPS of nearly 1,400. This is going to be strike one for a 3-1 count. He's got 3 triples, 4 doubles, 16 hits total, and an on-base percentage of exactly 500. Ooh. And Lamontagne threw his bat for what looked like ball 4. He's now going to go pick the bat up, as that's going to be a called strike 2. It did look like a ball, but in baseball, usually when you throw your bat like that, the umpire oftentimes is not afraid to call the opposite, as this one is going to be ball 4. It looked like it was the exact same pitch and exact same location. But sometimes that's how the cookie crumbles.
You'll take the walk. Bruce Almighty reference.
There you go. That's the second game in a row I've made a Jim Carrey reference. So now that Lamontagne's on first base, some good speed there. That'll bring up the pitcher, Cole Dustin, who will be batting left-handed against the righty. We've talked about Cole's pitching, but not a bad hitter as well, Alex. So he comes in batting .459 near the top of the Jackets.
Jones wants to check on Lamontagne and try to keep him close to first. He's as big of a threat to steal as anybody on this Yellow Jacket roster.
Well, I would disagree with that.
Who do you got?
I'm going to go with
Gavin?
I'm going to go with Gavin Smith.
Well, I said as big of a threat as anybody.
You're putting him on. Okay, well, we can talk about that. We'll talk about that at commercial break. And Lamontagne back on first base.
Clearly he's worried about it.
They're both very fast, but I will say that Gavin Smith, his lead is typically a lot. See, right now Lamontagne does not have a very big lead as he takes a few extra steps. This will be ball 2. I will say I've been watching high school baseball a long time. I've never, I don't want to say ever, it's very rare that you see a player like Gavin Smith who you can guarantee is going to steal second, is probably going to steal third, and chances are he's going to be safe every single time. In fact, this year he has been safe every single time. Here's the 2-0 pitch, which is ball 3, 3-0.
Jones kind of lost command of that fastball that he had going for him in the early parts of the first.
Dustin now a 3-0 count, looking for maybe a walk, and he's going to get it. That's going to bring us the designated hitter and the Jacket Athlete of the Week, Josh Ziegenbein.
2 walks in a row issued to the Yellow Jackets. Lamontagne takes second base, and Dustin trots down to first. Second walk of the afternoon for Hunter Jones as that issues a visit. We'll take a commercial break. Be back after this on Jacket Nation Sports. See if the mound visit there by the Pirates pays off any dividends as Josh Ziegenbein, the right-handed hitter, comes up to bat for Lebanon here with 2 on and nobody out.
Great start so far by the Jackets, getting on base, being patient, taking their pitches, as a Josh Ziegenbein bunt is for naught. That's going to be strike 1. That was not on my bingo card this afternoon.
Well, mine either, but I think Ziggy did lay down a sacrifice bunt.
Oh, yeah, no, he could definitely bunt, but now the third baseman who was playing pretty far out is now staying in a little bit, and maybe that's Josh's plan here, as it is going to be an 0-1 pitch. He's going for the bunt again. He pulls this one back. Looks like he got hit on the hand, and the umpire is going to say, take your base. That's going to load the bases. Looked like he pulled it back just in time. He lost his bat in the process, but nonetheless, it'll be a hit by pitch with no outs, and that will lead up the second baseman, Tony Myers.
Tony Myers, a junior, has had a strong season defensively for Lebanon. Still looking to get that bat going a little bit, but no better time than now as Myers is hitting .270 with 10 hits in the 2024 campaign for LHS. That wind blowing heavy out to left center field now.
As Tony Myers batting right-handed. The bases are loaded, no outs. Opportunistic time, as this one will be a called strike one.
Good late break action there for Jones to get ahead in this count against Tony Myers.
And we've seen Lebanon play some powerhouse teams. Branson, I wouldn't call them a powerhouse, but they are a good team, coming in with a winning record so far. Here's the pitch. It's going to be called strike two. At this point, Tony's going to have to swing the bat, as it is a pitcher's count.
Got first and third playing a little bit in, with the middle infielders playing at double play depth. Up the middle for Branson. Bronson Rhodes, a man who hit a 2-run homer against the Catholic Fighting Irish, awaits on deck.
And boy, did the wind play a part in that game, as we saw a couple of homers to left field. Here's the 0-2 pitch. This one's going to hit him, and that's going to be an RBI. Hit by pitch for Tony Myers. Looks like so far the mound visit didn't do much, as that'll be the second hit batsman in a row for Branson, and that'll bring up some power as the first baseman, Bronson Rhodes.
Hunter Jones needs to get back and find some command here, as he faces a pretty dangerous hitter in Bronson Rhodes.
We told you with Hunter Jones last year, he did have a good record of 7-3 on a losing team for Branson. However, an ERA north of 4, and what we know about baseball in 2024, sometimes your win-loss record doesn't play as much of a part as it should. As this one almost hits the third batter in a row, you can see that Hunter Jones is frustrated. He throws his glove to hit his knee, and that was almost another RBI hit by pitch.
No action stirring in the Pirates bullpen either, so Kirk Harriman might just be letting Jones take some bumps and bruises this inning and just try to get through it.
Well, that was a good pitch in the strike zone, fouled back by Bronson Rhodes, which means that the coaches aren't telling them just watch him. They're telling them to swing regardless. They're looking for some RBIs here. It is a great opportunity for the Jackets to break this game open 2-0. All the bases are accounted for. This one's going to be fouled back again.
I think that hit the LTCC building.
Apparently they have microphones on that building, because it sounded like the building exploded.
Better than the windshield of your car, I guess.
Touché.
So Jones ahead on Rhodes, 1-2. Bases loaded, nobody outs. Jackets up 2-0.
Very little lead at second and third. Pretty decent-sized lead at first, but again, first and third scoot in. And this one is going to be inside for ball 2. A couple on the Branson side shaking their head. Probably thought they could have got that call, but nonetheless, it is 2-all.
Sometimes when you've made these umpires have long innings,
that's how they take it out. Yeah, that's exactly right. Here's the 2-2 pitch, and this one's going to be hit up the middle for a beautiful Texas Leaguer base hit. That's going to advance everyone, and that'll be a base hit RBI for Tony Myers, making this game 3-0. Or I'm sorry, Bronson Rhodes. Tony Myers got on with the hit by pitch.
Good job there by Rhodes to stay patient, fouled a couple of 2-strike pitches off. And
if you're Hunter Jones, it just went from bad to worse, because now you're back to the top of the lineup with the very dangerous Gavin Smith. Bases are still loaded, and it is now a 3-run deficit for the Branson Pirates.
The 6th hitter that Lebanon has sent to the plate, and more to come, surely, with a 3-0 lead. And Smith wears a curveball right on the elbow, but it looks like the umpire is going to say Smith might have leaned into that one.
Not a bad call. We've talked about that before, especially in the Willard game. Willard was really, they were taking advantage of not getting out of the way, but as the umpire explains it to the Lebanon side, no argument there, 0-1 count.
Smith would rather swing the bat anyways, if I had to guess.
It shows I'm not made for baseball, because when I see a baseball coming to me, I'm hitting the dirt. Those things are not soft. Here's the 0-1 pitch. He gets a sign and throws it. This one's going to be a nice pitch for strike 2 as Gavin swings and misses at that one. Surprised a little bit, Alex, that Branson's still not having anybody warm up at this time.
Ziegenbein on third, Myers is second with Bronson Rhodes at first. Here comes
Here's
the
0-2
pitch.
pitch, and this one is jacked. It is just foul. That probably would have been a 3 RBI double or triple if that would have stayed safe or stayed fair. As Gavin now has seen it, he's got a good cut. We'll see what he can do with it.
Kind of defines the luck that right there. That play defines what the season that Gavin Smith has had.
As the catcher, Aaron Strom, telling his right fielder and center fielder to go left a little bit. He gets a sign. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Gavin. Gavin is going to swing, and did he get a piece of it, or was it a pass ball?
I think he did.
Did get a piece of it. Again, thank you for joining us on this beautiful Monday afternoon of baseball. Roger Shear, Alex Boyer for Jacket Nation Sports. Beautiful day here at Ole Scott. Bases loaded, no outs. As he gets his sign. And here's the pitch to Gavin. It is going to be a swing and a miss, and strike 3. As Strom throws back over to first base, safe at first base. So that'll be our first out of the inning, a much-needed strikeout for Hunter Jones, as that'll lead up the third baseman, Cole Milliken.
See if Milliken can do a job here with the Jackets up 3-0 and needing to add some big-time runs here if they can.
Again, Cole Milliken, a dangerous bat, coming in just south of 400 with a .396 batting average. I know Coach Weatherman very thrilled to have him for the next couple of years, as he will swing and miss at this one for strike 1. Milliken clearly looking to get a couple of RBIs with that swing.
See if he can't just line something. He's got a pretty big gap there in right center field.
He does, yeah. Let's see if he can take advantage of that. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And it is a line drive caught. This will be a double play as Hunter Jones snags it, throws it over to the first baseman, Bristow, and the one-out bases loaded hit by Milliken, unfortunately, a double play, as we will now go into the top of the third inning.
And we'll be back right after this on Jacket Nation Sports.
Here at Jonesy's Travel Center, we're more than just a pit stop. We're a destination. Fuel up your car and your appetite with our exclusive offers. Teachers and students, show your student or faculty ID and enjoy a 5-cent discount on gas every day. Hungry? Don't miss out on our mouth-watering daily specials at the restaurant. Need a space to meet? Our meeting room has got you covered. From fueling your car to fueling your day, Jonesy's Travel Center has it all. Come experience it for yourself.
Success isn't owned, it's leased, and rent is due every day.
The harder you work, the harder it is to lose. Success, nothing less.
Win the day.
Shine bright on senior.
Bring the heat.
Team is everything. Leave it all on the field.
Let's roll.
Missouri Cooperage proudly supports the Lebanon Yellow Jackets.
The left fielder, Tegan Asbury, will be the leadoff man for Branson here in the top of the third as Cole Dustin back on the mound for Lebanon.
Now, the bad news if you're a Branson Pirate fan is that you're down by 3, as this is going to be a ground ball to the second baseman Myers. Throw it over to Rhodes for out number 1. As I was saying, the bad news if you're a Branson Pirate fan, you're down 3-0. The good news if you're a Branson Pirate fan, you're down 3-0, as that inning could have been a lot worse, but a very beneficial double play as a line drive to the pitcher, Hunter Jones, ended that inning abruptly for the Yellow Jackets, as this is going to be a bunt and a beautiful catch by Gavin Smith.
Great play there by Smith, who
he jumped out of his cleats to get that ball.
One of the better plays that you'll see in high school baseball, maybe all of baseball right there. That's a play at any level that will make your jaw drop.
Clearly for Branson, trying to draw him off with a bunt. Nobody on, so trying to bunt for a hit there, but Gavin Smith said, not my house.
Marshall Storm, the center fielder, and the number 9 hitter will be up for Branson here.
I know WrestleMania was last weekend. I don't think there's a better pro wrestling name than Marshall Storm. That
sounds like a
WWE guy. Let's see if he can hit like one. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Marshall Storm, and it's going to be a beautiful pitch there by Dustin for strike 1. 1-1 count. A very quick 2 outs here for the Lebanon Yellow Jackets, as we had a ground ball to Tony Myers and a failed bunt to Gavin Smith. Here's the 1-1 pitch by Dustin. It's going to be inside for ball 2. 2-1 count, 2 outs.
Two strikeouts so far for Cole Dustin through 2 2/3. Let's see if he can finish strong here in the third. A swing and a miss by Storm.
Storm not close on that one, as it'll be 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's the 2-2 pitch for Cole Dustin, and it'll be a pop out to above or over the head of Tony Myers, as that will be a blooper base hit for Marshall Storm.
Tough play for both Myers and Honey, who was running on there with the sun in his eyes and kind of just was playing too far back, and just a perfect placement by Storm there to get the first hit of the day for Branson.
Off the bat, I thought it was going to be a routine pop-up to Tony Myers, but it carried a little bit all the way into the grass, as that is a base hit for Branson and bringing up the top of the order.
Ball 1 low. Lebanon playing host to Kickapoo tomorrow at 4:30, same time, same location here at Ole Scott Field. We'll have this game broadcasted live on Jack and Nation Sports. So
the Kickapoo Chiefs.
Should be a really good game between two of the top teams in the Ozark Conference, as that comebacker is fielded by Dustin, thrown on to Rhodes, and the inning is over. 1 hit for Branson in the inning, 1 left on. We'll head to the bottom of the third. Lebanon clinging on to a 3-0 lead. You're watching Jack and Nation Sports on YouTube.
Pillar Insurance is your locally owned independent insurance agency, providing business, personal, and farm insurance to the Lebanon community. Call Jason Russell or Gary McClure at 417-532-6050 for your insurance needs. Pillar wishes Lebanon High School athletics good luck this season.
back here at Ole Scott Field, bottom of the third inning. Lebanon up 3-0. Hunter Jones gets the call again from his head coach to come back on to work the bottom of the third. He'll face Chance Cromer, the left-handed junior shortstop, and Cromer takes for ball one.
Well, he probably saved himself an inning or two. Here's a ground ball to second base, as this is going to be a routine ground out as Branson gets a quick first out of the inning. But as I was saying, probably saved himself another inning or two for Hunter Jones by getting that double play last inning. Otherwise, that inning could have gone a lot longer than it did. Here's the cleanup hitter, right fielder Hoyt Honey. See if he can make something happen here as Lebanon up 3 here in the bottom of the third inning. The 0-all pitch is going to be outside for ball one.
Jackets got on the board after a leadoff double by Gavin Smith to start the game, and then he was driven in by Chance Cromer in the bottom of the first inning. And then in the second inning, it was 2 walks, two hit batters in a row, and that brought in Braden Lamontagne. And then Lebanon kind of went cold with the bats there to end the scoring threat.
Here's the pitch, and that one is going to hit him. That one did not feel good as he throws his bat down. Hoyt Honey is going to take his base, and if my math is correct, that will be hit batsman number 3 for the pitcher, Hunter Jones.
A lot of hit batsmen that we've had the privilege of calling so
I know.
far.
I feel like I'm did you sign me up for high school baseball or mixed martial arts? We got all kinds of people.
We're 2.5 games in. We've probably seen 15 hit batters.
This is Rick Ankiel. As looks like there's going to be a time and a pinch runner for Hoyt Honey.
It'll be the senior Griffin Jones. Hopefully nothing serious there with Honey as he kind of still holding that.
Well, the way he threw his bat down in frustration, you really hope that it's not a injury situation. I will say getting hit in that part of the arm, it's going to be very painful regardless. So hopefully we find out soon that there's nothing wrong there. As now with Griffin on first base, that will bring up the junior center fielder, Braden Lamontagne.
Griffin's got good speed over there at first. See if the Jackets maybe call some sort of a hit-and-run chance here with Lamontagne, who makes great contact at the plate as well.
It's a nice pitch there by Hunter Jones for strike one. This will be a pickoff attempt, and it'll be safe. Griffin Jones, pretty healthy lead over there. Or what's Griffin's last name?
Jones has the sliding mid on too, so that kind of gives him 5 extra speed, I believe. And
this one's going to be over. This one's going to get to the Ole Scott Field text on the center field line as this is a double, and Griffin is going home. It's going to be no throw, and he's going to get in standing for the 4th run of the game. The Lebanon Yellow Jackets now a 4-run lead.
Great hit there by Lamontagne. Even better base running, though, by Griffin Jones, who read that one immediately off the bat and did not hesitate for a split second. What a good jump there by Griffin. And
a great job for him to come off the bench completely unexpected with Hoyt Honey, the hit batsman, needing to step off of first base and Griffin to take his place just with a few seconds' notice, and for him to quickly get the run. Very, very good base running there. As that'll bring up the pitcher, Cole Dustin. Hunter Jones takes a look at second, throws. This one is outside, and the catcher, Aaron Strom, thought he lost it there for a second, but he's able to snag it out of the grass, and no advance at second base.
No better feeling as a pitcher if you can get some run support early on, which the Jackets have given Cole Dustin 4 runs through the first 2.5 innings, and now Cole Dustin has a chance to help himself out too.
Here's the 1-out pitch. It's going to be a swing and a miss. 1-1 count. Cole Dustin so far has pitched a phenomenal first few innings of the game, as he has corrected a lot of the errors that we saw against Willard that got him out of that game very quickly. And so far, the Jackets are playing excellently. That is carried over from the Springfield Catholic game on Saturday as Hunter Jones went to pitch, steps off the mound. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Takes a look at second and throws. This is going to be a ground ball to the first baseman, and Andrew Bristow grabs it himself, tags it, but the base runner from second will advance over to third.
Good job there by Cole to, even though it got out, still did a job, advanced Braden over to third, and now Josh Ziegenbein has a chance to add some more run support for
If you're going to ground ball in that situation, do it away from the runner, do it away from the third base line, and he certainly did that, grounding it out to first base. And here comes Ziegenbein, who in his first at-bat was going for a bunt but was hit. Here's the pitch, and it is a swing and a miss for strike 1.
So Lamontagne over to third there with the ground out to Bristow. Nice little backhanded snag there by Bristow as well.
He certainly saved a base hit there. This one is going to be low and inside for ball 1.
Good to have Shane Etzen back in the booth with us.
We missed him. You know, Coach Tyler Stats did a great job for the public address announcing, but there's just something about the beautiful voice of Shane Etzen. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be strike 2. Josh Ziegenbein coming in with a .389 batting average and an on-base percentage just under .475. Here's the 1-2 pitch as he gets the sign. He throws, and it'll be a swing and a miss for strike 3. However, a very good insurance run for the Lebanon Yellow Jackets as we will go to the top of the 4th inning. It'll be Lebanon 4, the Branson Pirates 0.
The third baseman, Gage DePay, will try to do some damage against Cole Dustin, which the Pirates lineup have not been able to do so far against the Southpaw senior.
Gage DePay, the number 2 hitting third baseman. You know, we're talking about public address announcing, and one thing I like about Shane Etzen, here's the nothing pitch. It's going to be a bunt attempt, but he pulls it back for ball 1. Is, you know, when Tyler Stats was doing the PA announcing last game, we had Will Smith, you know, a lot of like 80s, early 90s. But with Shane, it's Nickelback and Creed. We called that butt rock when I was in school. That's like the, you know, they really get into it. Here's the 1-0 pitch. It is a foul ball for strike 1, 1-1 count. But when I was in school, Nickelback and Creed, it was cool to hate on Nickelback and Creed. Like, if you liked them, you got made fun of. But everybody secretly likes Creed. Like, I don't, if you want to say that Creed's not good, I know you listen to it secretly.
Yeah, you're just lying to yourself.
You're lying to yourself. You can't listen to Creed. No one knows what he's saying, but it's good music. And we're listening to here at Ole Scott Field, courtesy of Shane Etzen. Here is the inside pitch. Would have been ball 2, but instead it's strike 2 as DePay swings and misses.
Dustin just cruising along so far through the first 3 innings with a chance to keep it going here in inning number 4.
1-2 pitch by Dustin. It's going to be outside, ball 2. What was your walk-up pitch when we played softball? Did you or your walk-up song? Did you pick a walk-up song?
I can't remember if I did. I would.
Something Alan Jackson. He has something country, I feel like. Here's the 2-2 pitch by Dustin. It is an off-speed pitch, and it'll be a foul ball just past the third base line.
I knew it was the same walk-up song that Josh Donaldson used to have, so.
You just don't know what it's called?
Yeah.
I think mine was the old Hulk Hogan theme, Real American, back from the 1980s. That's more of probably your dad's era of professional wrestling. Cole Dustin, the 2-2 pitch. It's going to be lined to the second baseman, going to hit the ground. Myers throws it over to Rhodes for out number one. A nice little scoop there by Myers. You didn't know if it was going to hit the ground, but it did. Nonetheless, it'll be a ground out for out number one. Any concerns about Cole Dustin's control have been defeated so far this game, as he has been on point. He has not got behind any of the hitters that he's faced, and it has been smooth sailing so far for the Yellow Jackets. Here's the nothing pitch. It's going to be inside for ball one. Facing the number 3 hitter, first baseman Andrew Bristow. Andrew Bristow, a .213 batting average last year, 1 homer, 15 RBIs. But on the mound, one of the better pitchers here for Branson with an ERA last year at 1.17.
One of the top golfers in Southwest Missouri as well. So hopefully he doesn't.
That's the great thing about Jacket Nation Sports doing all the sports, is that you can give us that information that we otherwise would not know. So
State
that's cool.
medalist.
There you go. Here's the 2-0 pitch by Dustin. It will be strike one on the corner. Beautifully placed pitch, as it is now 2-1. One out, nobody on. Here for the number 3 hitter, Dustin throws the 2-1 pitch, and it is a swing and a miss for strike 2. A lot of swing and misses, a lot of whiffs for Branson, as Cole Dustin is bringing everything he has.
See if Dustin can finish Bristow off here. The 2-2 pitch with 1 out. Curveball just a little bit inside.
So now a full count, a rare occurrence here for Cole Dustin so far today, as he has gotten ahead of everybody he has faced. Here's the 3-2 pitch. He gets the sign. And here's the pitch. It's going to be again to the infield, and Bronson Rhodes gets it, and they get him by a hair's breadth as Rhodes gets it, throws it over to Dustin for out number 2 this inning.
The one-handed snag there by Dustin, barehanded, and that was the only chance that Rhodes had in order to get Bristow.
It did not look like they were going to get him. It looked like he was going to be safe. I think Bristow, running down the line, thought he was going to be safe, but an excellent play at first base is exactly what Cole Dustin needed, as it is now 2 outs and still nobody on for Branson.
It's not super uncommon to see the 3-1 putout, but it's pretty uncommon to see the 3-1 putout and the one being barehanded.
What we've learned here at Ole Scott Field, we see a lot of things that are very uncommon. That's been the routine since I've started doing these games. Here's the 0-1 pitch to the designated hitter, a long hanging curveball there for strike 2.
Man, Cole Dustin is humming through these Branson hitters.
That's a great thing about being a fireballer, when you throw the heat like he does and then you just chuck up a curveball like that. This one is outside.
Good waist pitch there by Dustin. Still trying to find this Josh Donaldson walk-up song.
Yeah, I want to hear that. And then we can play the Hulk Hogan song. We can just do all the walk-up music. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Cole Dustin gets the sign, throws it, and this one is going to be way inside, almost hit him, as that will be ball 2. That was a great thing, going to Busch Stadium and Kauffman Stadium growing up and getting to hear your favorite baseball players' walk-up music. I can't remember who one of them had SpongeBob SquarePants as a walk-up song, and I want to say that was a Toronto guy. I can't remember who it was.
Sounds like a waste of a walk-up song.
No, are you kidding me? That's a great walk-up song. If you're a pitcher, here's the pitch, and that's going to be strike 3. Man, we were just about to get into good conversation.
We'll continue.
Cole Dustin spoils it for us. Hey, that's going to be a scoreless inning, 3 up, 3 down for Dustin and the Jackets, as we will be going into the top of the
bottom of the 4th.
The bottom of the 4th, as it'll be 4-0 Lebanon over Branson.
led by licensed family nurse practitioner Jaysha Connor. Ginger Wellness offers a comprehensive range of services to support your health goals. Here at Ginger Wellness, you can experience personalized medical weight loss programs, receive expert health coaching, invigorating vitamin infusions, rejuvenating Botox treatments, or even enjoy a relaxing massage. Call 417-322-6460 to embark on your path to well-being, or visit us at our new location at 1229 Deidre Drive for transformative and holistic approach to health at Ginger Wellness today. Ginger Wellness is a proud sponsor of Jacket Nation Sports and Lebanon High School Athletics. Here at Crow Paint and Glass, we have had hometown values and service since 1946. For the highest quality paint, custom framing, glass and screen replacement, wallpaper, and more, come visit us at 390 West Elm Street in Lebanon, or give us a call at 417-532-3551. We are a proud sponsor of Lebanon High School Athletics. Go Jackets!
Junior second baseman Tony Myers coming up to bat for the Yellow Jackets here in the bottom half of the fourth inning, 4-0 Lebanon, as they've put up a run in all three attempts that they've had to bat, as Myers fouls that one back to the screen for strike one.
Great start for Coach Weatherman's Jackets, and that's been kind of the theme this entire season, as they are 13-2 coming into this game, hoping to get to 14-2. I know one of those losses was Willard. What was the first loss of the season? Joplin.
Second game of the year.
Second game of the year. As this one's going to be a swing and a miss by Myers for strike two. I know the Willard game was really down to the wire up until the very last inning. How did the Joplin game go?
I think Lebanon was – they gave up 5 runs in one inning, but they lost 6-2. So
6-2. So not as close, but
take that one inning away.
They have been competitive even in those two games, and other than those two games, they've been on top of it. As this one will be fouled back by Myers for keeping it at strike two, 0-2 count. And the pitcher, Hunter Jones, still in the game. As he gets the sign and throws, it's going to be low for ball one. Did you find that Josh Donaldson song?
No, of course not.
No.
I can't.
By the way, thank you to Shane Edson for playing Real American by Hulk Hogan during our half inning. 1-2 pitch. Here's Hunter Jones to Tony Myers. This one is going to be just high. The catcher tried to do some placement there, but did not get the call. By the way, Oscar Gonzalez for the Cleveland Guardians, or Cleveland Indians, as we should properly say. He was the one that had the SpongeBob.
Okay. Good take there by Myers to make it a full count. Jones already into some trouble here.
Last two pitches relatively close, but not close enough, as umpire calling both of them outside. We now have a full count, and here's the full pitch. It's going to be fouled back.
I did see Branson getting some arms loose there in that top of the fourth inning, so Jones probably on a short leash.
Well, after that first and second inning, there was a couple moments where we didn't know if he would get out of the inning, and so I would say not the greatest game pitched by Hunter Jones, but not a complete disaster. Here's the 3-2 pitch, and he's throwing everything he can at that four-seam fastball. Fouled back as Tony Myers stays alive in this at-bat.
Got to give a lot of credit to these Lebanon hitters going up there with a plan at the plate and so far executing that. Here's another full count pitch to Myers. It's a slider. Ooh, I thought that one.
Looked like it could have gone either way. Hunter Jones had to put his glove above his mouth, maybe to prevent the umpire from hearing what he had to say about that call. You can understand the frustration from Hunter there, as he needed that strikeout after the 4 runs that he has given up so far. But here comes the hard-hitting first baseman, Bronson Rhodes. As we alluded to earlier, had a clutch home run last game against Springfield Catholic. Here is the first pitch, ball 1.
So Jones working from the stretch now, down 1-0 to Bronson Rhodes. Myers gets a little bit of a lead there, and Jones checks on him, throws over to Bristow, but no tag.
Probably a smart pickoff there. Pickoff attempt. As 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch to Bronson, and it'll be strike 1, swing and a miss.
If you haven't already, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Leave a like on the video. It goes a long way for us and what we're doing here at Jack and Nation Sports.
And that'll be strike 2. You sound like all those YouTube personalities. Why don't you and
I
subscribe? Comment where
to.
you're from. Comment your favorite, What would your walk-up song be? Let's get the algorithm going.
Leave a comment below.
That's right. See if we can get Jack and Nation Sports near the top of the YouTube. Here's the 1-2 pitch.
That ball into the stands.
We can sign that one up for yet another thing at Ole Scott Field I've never seen before. What did that hit off of?
Just the plate, I think, off the
plate.
catcher's gear, and
it looked like it was in the dirt. And the next thing I see is a ball flying to my face.
That one's probably a little bit more common than.
Well, you watch more baseball than me, I guess.
But I mean, it got up there.
It got up there. It had some hang time. As thankfully, when you're at Ole Scott Field, everybody here is looking alive. You don't want to look down at your phone for too long. You might have a baseball coming at you. Here's the 2-2 pitch by Hunter Jones. It's going to be a check swing, but a swing and a miss, as that'll be a much-needed out for the Branson Pirates, and that'll bring up
Gavin Smith.
We're back to the leadoff man, catcher Gavin Smith.
Smith with a double in the first inning and a strikeout in the second with the bases loaded, so you know he's coming up here looking to attack early. RBI opportunity as Tony Myers waits on second base.
Here's the pitch, and it's bobbled by the catcher for ball 1. Thanks again for joining us on this Monday afternoon of baseball. Beautiful day here at Ole Scott Field. Glad you all survived the eclipse and joined us for some high school action. 1 out, man on second.
Kind of disappointed you didn't choose to look at the solar eclipse. I know you didn't have the glasses, but
I used to think I'm one of those conspiracy theorists, like, is this just the government trying to trick us into not staring at the eclipse? And then I Googled it, and apparently last eclipse there was a lady that stared at it for 6 seconds. That's all it took. She is now blind. So, Here's the 2-0 pitch for Jones. It's going to be fouled back. And then I read another article. This one was a little more sad. Lady grabbed some sunglasses thinking they were eclipse glasses, and she stared at it for like 2 minutes.
Blind.
She didn't stare at this one. That's a mistake you make once.
Bringing the sad stories here.
Well, the next one's not till like 2043.
There you go. Smith calls time as up 2-1 on the count here with 1 out. Tony Myers on second base. Jackets up 4-0 over Branson in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. It's going to be fouled back again. You were at the high school. Did they let the students go outside and do their thing? Or?
They did.
They did. They had that. Where they find the glasses? They had that many glasses.
They got them ordered, I believe.
That was smart.
Yeah, they all got to go on the football field and watch it. So, good experience for them. Something that they'll remember for a long time.
Well, that's very inspirational, Alex.
Did you enjoy it, Levi? Yeah.
Levi, our cameraman, he enjoyed it. Yep. He was very excited to get out of math class. Here's a stolen base attempt, and he will be safe.
Nice jump there by Myers.
As Tony Myers gets the steal. Not a bad throw, little high, as it required the third baseman Gage DePay to hop to get it.
And now a mound visit from the Branson dugout. So a full count, 1 out. Tony Myers on third base. Gavin Smith up to bat. We'll be right back here on Jack and Nation Sports. So it'll be the end of the road for Hunter Jones as Gage DePay comes on with a 3-2 count to Gavin Smith with Tony Myers on third base. So a pretty big spot for DePay, but he throws ball four to Gavin Smith high. Good discipline there by Smith to lay off the first pitch he saw from DePay.
And Alex, not the guy you want to walk, especially with second base open, because going back to our last conversation when Gavin was on base, it's not if he's going to steal the base, it's when he's going to steal the base. We'll see if he does it on pitch number 1.
Cole Milliken comes up to bat here as the catcher Strom will walk out to the pitcher's mound to make sure that him and DePay are on the same page.
Probably not a bad idea to have that conversation. Man on first, man on third, 1 out. And if I had to guess, I would say we'll maybe have a man on second and third here momentarily.
So Hunter Jones, 3 innings pitched and gave up 3 earned runs.
Pickoff attempt at first base.
One of the runs coming on an error there by the third baseman, DePay, who's now on the bump for Branson, and they'll rely on him to try to work out of this jam. First and third, 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th.
As Gavin, a modest lead. He takes a couple other steps. He steals. Here's the throw, and he is safe as the throw was in the ground, and that's going to lead Myers to slide into home for run number 5. Great awareness there by Tony Myers as he was watching that, and once he saw that that throw was going to be low, he immediately jetted for home.
Yeah, great job there by Myers. Good job there by Weatherman to call the double or the steal attempt, and then once Myers saw the ball scoot away from the Branson shortstop, he was well aware to head home. And who was the old Royals? Terrence Gore. That's what speed do, right?
Terrence Gore, yeah. Who, if outside of running bases, could do absolutely nothing in baseball. I think his batting average was like .030, but man, he could steal bases. That was a great team.
Him and Gerard Dyson.
Gerard Dyson, yeah. There's the pitch. Billy Hamilton, too. I mean, Billy Hamilton was after the fact. He was with the Reds at the time. But Billy Hamilton, kind of like a Gavin Smith type, when he was on base, he was going to steal.
It wasn't just a matter of...
You knew it was going to happen.
5-0 Yellow Jackets now, and they continue their streak of putting up a run in every single inning so far.
As Gavin Smith is going to steal third, as we could have predicted. It is a beautiful throw, and he is...
Nice job there by Smith, who got around the tag as...
Safe.
Good throw there by Strom, and Gavin didn't get as good of a jump on that one, and even on his bad jumps, manages to steal bases.
That was as good as a throw from Strom as you're going to get, and it looked like he was going to be out by a solid half second, but Gavin... An excellent job getting under that throw somehow.
Yeah, if you're not getting Smith on that, you might as well just not even throw it down.
That's it. No, keep the ball.
Infield in for Branson now. 2-0 to Milliken is a fastball down the middle for strike 1.
And by the way, stealing second, your percentage is high in baseball. Stealing third, that percentage drops considerably, as the catcher certainly did not have as far to throw the ball. Here's the 2-1 pitch. It's going to be high. As he takes first base.
Maybe we have the count wrong.
I think we have the count wrong.
Come on, Shane.
As we look at our public address announcer, Shane Edson. Here comes Chance Cromer, the hard-hitting shortstop in the number 3 spot, as we'll see if he can get home Gavin Smith at third base. 1 on, or 2 on. We got man on first and third, 1 out. Here's the pitch from Cromer. It's going to be an off-speed pitch, and
delayed steal. And now the ball is on the ground, and that allows
a late steal attempt, Alex, is the understatement of the century.
I think it was a design play there by Weatherman for Milliken to probably try to get caught in a rundown, but Branson was on their P's and Q's.
They were on top of that, yeah.
But still, at least Lebanon was able to get back to first.
Yeah. No damage, no harm, no foul there for the Jackets. Here's the pitch, and this one's going to be hit to right field. It's a nice hit, and it's going to be a base hit. Now, they need to watch out for the runners here, as It's going to be, he's going to land at second base, and he's going to slide into third base.
The head first slide by Milliken. But a double into the right field gap by Chance Cromer drives in Smith, and the score is now 6-0 Lebanon.
There for a second, it looked like they were connected at the hip running around those bases.
Yeah, Milliken kind of trotted back towards first base, and then, I mean, if you're a Lebanon player, you got to realize that sun towards right field is almost impossible to see that baseball, and anything that you hit in the air is more than likely going to get down.
Now, the right fielder could have caught it if it wasn't for the sun, but yeah, he was off by a solid foot where that baseball landed.
Now the infield is back in for the Pirates as Hoyt Honey has a chance to drive in Milliken and Cromer.
Here's the 0-0 pitch for ball one.
6-0 Lebanon. Having a chance to do some more damage here is the senior right fielder, as that one bounces off his forearm in a tough day at the office for Hoyt Honey, who has been hit by pitches for the second consecutive inning.
Well, after the last hit by pitch, we were afraid that he may not be coming back into this game, as we had a pinch runner for Hoyt, and in response to that, Branson does not give him an I'm sorry gift. They just hit him again.
So Lamontagne comes up with the bases loaded, 1 out, and that wind blowing towards the left center field gap as the Pirates take their middle infielders and shift them back to double play depth.
6-0 Lebanon. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss.
Ooh, Lamontagne was trying to send that one to the softball field.
He was. And here's the thing, Braden Lamontagne can probably do that if he's able to get a hold of it.
You got great gap-to-gap power, and now a balk is called on DePay, as a little flinch there will cause the umpire to...
Well, the wheels here may be falling off for the Branson Pirates, as that will be run number 7. It's one thing when you're allowing runs on singles, doubles, triples, and home runs, but that is a run that is going to frustrate head coach Kirk Harriman and the Branson Pirates.
So now second and third, 1 out. 7-0 Yellow Jackets. Is there a better name to announce than Braden Lamontagne?
It rolls off the tongue. I'm still going with Marshall Storm, though.
Okay.
Marshall Storm off the top rope.
He was a solid Branson football player.
Here's the 1-1 pitch, and it's going to be a chopper to the first baseman. You could see the sun was certainly an issue. He flinched there for a second, but he was able to field it and touch the bag for out number 2. Still a man on second and third for the Yellow Jackets. That'll bring up the left-handed pitcher, Cole Dustin, who on the mound has been borderline flawless for the Yellow Jackets. We'll see if he can help himself out here. Has an opportunity to bring 2 men in, as he's batting with a man on second and third, 7-0. The pitcher, DePay, looks at third, throws it. This is an off-speed pitch for strike 1 as Dustin looks at it.
5 RBIs for Cole Dustin on this 2024 campaign. Chance to add to it here as he swings and misses on a curveball. Only 1 hit, though, for Branson, and that is in large part due to the man at the plate for Lebanon. What a fantastic afternoon Cole Dustin has had.
And this one is way high. Good play there by the catcher, Aaron Strom, or else that could have been run number 8 for the Yellow Jackets. And you said it, Alex, with the amazing day for Cole Dustin on the mound, no runs. And that is just a continuation of what we saw from Chance Cromer last game against Springfield Catholic. If you're Coach Weatherman, that is a huge sigh of relief to see some good pitching these last couple of games. This one is going to be high again for ball number 2. Maybe DePay here having some issues being able to pinpoint that fastball. As Strom has a word with DePay, tries to calm him down a little bit, runs back to his part of the field.
Hoyt Honey on second base and Cromer on third as Dustin tries to stay alive there, swinging at the curveball in the other batter's box, and will live to see another pitch.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and 2 on for the Lebanon Yellow Jackets as an ideal RBI opportunity here for Cole Dustin. DePay gets the sign. He throws it, and this one's going to be popped up. Looks like the third baseman is going to be under it in the shade, and he catches that one for out number 3. However, 3 insurance runs for the Lebanon Yellow Jackets as they conclude the bottom of the 4th inning, 7-0 against the Branson Pirates. We'll be back with the top of the 5th inning right after this.
This is Steve with Night Auction Service. When things change in life, you have a choice: adapt or get passed by. For Night Auction, that change was going to online auctions. Bid from the convenience of your chair. Marketing is no longer to a couple of counties. It's now nationwide. Crowds are up 3-fold, equaling better results. Whether buying or selling, check out nightauctionservice.com.
Whether you need a routine maintenance check or an emergency repair on a heating or cooling unit, we are available to handle all of your heating, cooling, and ventilation needs. We continually strive to exceed expectations by ensuring that each client receives the very best service. Call today at 417-532-6239 and go Jackets!
Top of the 5th inning as Cole Dustin settles back into the mound, and he'll face Whit Miller, the shortstop, to lead off the top of the 5th.
Whew. Looked like a good pitch, but it'll be ball 1. Alex, we got to witness our PA announcer announce happy 35th birthday to Coach Trey Overstreet. However, we found out he's not 35, nor is it his birthday. So
that was just a little doing by me because he does that to me.
You little mastermind over there. He did get bombarded by at least one person. So happy not birthday to Trey Overstreet. Here's a pitch outside and low for ball 2.
Cole Dustin will face the 5, 6, and 7 hitters for Branson this inning as that one misses for ball number 3.
Something we have not seen yet. We've seen Dustin get behind, but we haven't seen him in a 3-0 count, as his accuracy and pinpointing so far this game have been nothing short of flawless. Here's the 3-0 pitch, and that one is going to be strike 1. Gavin Smith, a good job spotting that ball as it's on the corner.
So here's the pitch to Whit Miller. It's a ground ball right back to Dustin. He spins left, throws over to Bronson Rhodes, and retires Miller with no problem. That's the second or third time we've seen a ball hit back to
I was about to say,
Cole
pitchers
Dustin.
need to look alive just as much as the people here in the stands. They got balls flying at them. That's our first out of the inning, and now bringing the backstop, catcher Aaron Strom for the Branson Pirates. They certainly need something here, anything, to get those bats awake as they are down by 7 runs, and they haven't seen much of anything on the offensive side of the ball. Here's the pitch by Dustin. It is high and outside for ball 1. We're 6 minutes until 6 o'clock here at Ole Scott Field. The sun is still shining, And the clouds are beautiful here on this Monday afternoon. Perfect day for baseball. Here's the pitch, and that one is on the corner for strike one.
I think we'll get some decent weather all week for baseball, if I'm not mistaken.
There you go. Kickapoo Chief game coming on tomorrow at 4:30. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That ball had some movement to it, but it dropped a little bit for ball two.
Not sure what the exact pitch count is for Dustin, but he is cruising through this Branson lineup.
Here's the 2-1 pitch, and swing and a miss for strike two.
I'm always afraid to do the old announcer's jinx, but I feel pretty confident in the way Cole Dustin's throwing that baseball today.
Well, now you've done it.
There you go.
No, I think I'm not superstitious, but in the words of Michael Scott, I am a little stitious. So we'll see if there's any blowback from that. Here's the 2-2 pitch by Dustin. Swing and a miss. And so Dustin did not falter in that situation, as it'll be another strikeout for Dustin, out number 2. And that'll bring up the outfielder, Tegan Asbury.
Strikeout number 4 on the day for Cole. Now a favorable matchup here as the left-handed Tegan Asbury comes into the batter's box. A ground out to Tony Myers, his first time up, and Gavin Smith will go talk to his pitcher. Jackets scoring more than 10 runs a game and allowing just over 2 runs.
Those are good averages.
Branson nearly 6 runs a game and allowing 4.5. So the Jackets have done their part. Just need to take care of it defensively and with the solid pitching rotation that they've been able to show through the early parts of the spring season.
Jackets coming in with a 6-1 away record and a 2-1 home record, as they're en route to a 3-1 home record. But it ain't over till it's over. So we'll see what the Pirates can do in this situation. Now a 1-1 count, 2 outs, nobody on, as another good inning for Dustin. This is a breaking ball for strike 2. That breaking ball is exactly what the doctor ordered, as we've talked about the heat that Dustin can bring, but not afraid to spice it up a little bit with some off-speed on the side. As this one, not the off-speed pitch, that was the fastball for ball 2.
Dustin was walking off the mound on that one. Signals to the umpire saying, my bad.
I'm not sure who our home umpire is, but
Flecked his zone. He's done a good job.
He's done a very good job umpiring this game. Kudos to the umpire staff. When you don't talk about them, that means they're doing a good job.
That's right.
Here's the 2-2 pitch, and this one outside off of Gavin's cleat. This one did not go to the 6th row like the last one. It stays in the ballpark.
Jackets versus Kickapoo tomorrow at 4:30 right here at Ole Scott Field. Make sure you come out and support this Lebanon baseball program, doing a great job so far under the reins of Alex Weatherman. Here's the full count pitch. It's another grounder to Myers. He fields it cleanly, throws over to Rhodes just in time.
He's fast.
Got him by a half step, but nonetheless a 4-3 put out, and we head to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Jackets with a 7-0 lead over Branson. We'll be back right after this on Jacket Nation Sports.
And we're back here at Jack and Nation Sports. Lebanon Yellow Jackets up 7-0 against the Branson Pirates. As we'll get to the bottom half of the fifth inning, the designated hitter Josh Ziegenbein up as he swings at the first ball that he sees. It's a chopper to the third baseman. Third baseman throws it to first base for out number 1, a very quick out number 1 on the first pitch. As our friend Alex Boyer had to go reapply some makeup. Not sure where he's at, but I'm sure we'll hear from him momentarily. Again, this game so far has been all Lebanon Yellow Jackets, both on the offensive side and on the pitching side, as Cole Dustin so far certainly been the MVP of this game. He has looked nothing short of spectacular on the mound. Here's Tony Myers, as this one is going to go behind him. Looked like he was going to hit him at first, but it actually went further than that. And that'll be ball number 1 as that one goes to the backstop. And here's pitch number 2. A little bit of a break to that, but it will be ball number 2 to Tony Myers.
Myers in the game already with a hit by pitch and then scored on a walk in the bottom half of the 4th.
As DePay pitches this one high and inside near the neck of Myers. It'll be a 3-0 pitch, and here it is. It'll be strike 1. Again, Ziegenbein was our first batter of the inning. A very quick chop out to third base. Here's the 3-1 pitch, and that one's going to be high for ball number 4. Tony Myers is going to take his base. Now to bring up the first baseman, Bronson Rhodes.
Well, mission accomplished. We fooled a lot of people here at the ballpark thinking it was Trey Overstreet's birthday, and Johnny Reed messaged Trey Overstreet happy birthday. So,
who's this Johnny Reed you speak of? Are you speaking of the Sparky?
Yes.
Yeah, come on. We don't use actual names here. Do you call Hulk Hogan Terry? Come on. Well, good. Listen, if we fooled Sparky into wishing Trey a happy birthday, then that's the best thing I've heard all day. Here's a pitch, and it'll be low, ball 1. Nice stop there by the catcher, Aaron Strom, to prevent Myers from getting to second. No, I love it because you had me fooled. Because, like I said, not only is he not 35, but it's not even the guy's birthday. I'm looking around. Who else can we wish a happy birthday to?
Could be a fun segment.
Swing and a miss by Bronson Rhodes for strike 1.
Have to get a sponsor, the fake birthday sponsor.
Fake birthday sponsor. Yeah, your Team FBC fake birthday. Happy birthday. Let's see, who can we? Chris Horn. Chris Horn, yeah.
You know he's watching somewhere.
Our favorite State Fair Community College baseball player. And this one is inside for ball 2. Two-one pitch. We've talked about some interesting things in this game.
This has been a fun one.
It's been a fun game. 2-1 pitch, and this one is going to be hit. It's going to be out into left center and caught by the shortstop for out number 2. Looked like that could have dropped, but that was a nice play there by the shortstop, Whit Miller. Again, respecting the name Whit out there at the shortstop position. Here comes second baseman Gavin Smith, who looks like he just got out of the oil rig with all of the dirt. Shows that he's played a good game so far and a couple of stolen bases to show for it.
And he had the outstanding catch off the bunt there in the bottom of the second.
When your catcher looks like that, you know he's had a fun game. It's a ball 1, 2 outs. Tony Myers at first base. This one is going to hit him. The umpire says, take your base.
Smith didn't know if he was going to get called back again for leaning into the pitch or not.
I was about to say, that's his second hit batsman, or second time getting hit, but the first time taking his base for it. As the first time, the umpire said, not so fast. Called it a strike.
Now you've ran into a roadblock, though, to where Smith doesn't have an open base.
No, he doesn't have anything to steal. With Myers at second base, who is also fast, maybe we'll see a double steal. Here's the 0-all pitch. It is swing and fouled back. (13-2) Lebanon Yellow Jackets. A great start to the season, great program, and a great hire to bring in Coach Weatherman. As the last year and a half or so, he has really shown the success that he can bring to this program. We already saw success before with Coach Dustin Young, but he has continued that success, and we're seeing that today.
And what do the Jackets do when they can't have Gavin Smith steal 2 bases? They go ahead and pinch run for him.
Why not? Why not?
Evan Ogle comes on to run for Smith.
Evan Ogle. Is Evan a sophomore now?
Yes.
Making me feel old. I remember having Evan in my middle school program at First Baptist.
So
now he's on the base pass at Ole Scott Field. Here's the 1-1 pitch. 2 outs. Man on first and second for the Jackets as they are up by 7. And it's off-speed pitch, fouled back.
Same base pass that you used to jog around back in the day.
I would say waddle. Crab walk.
I didn't want to offend
Yeah,
you.
come on.
Just jog.
I'll take jog. I did play some mean Babe Ruth days back here.
I would say sprint for the Ashley Park base.
That's right.
Base path
No, Ashley
during
Park's a different story.
church softball. You got to go 100%. Or
That's right.
You'll be set on the bench.
I don't think that was church softball. What was that? Just
Industrial League softball.
Industrial League softball. There you go, man. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2 men on here at Ole Scott Field in the bottom of the 5th inning. As here's the pitch to
Milliken,
and it is hit.
Nice play there.
And nice play there by the right fielder, Colin Ross, as that will end this half of the inning. However, for Lebanon, they are still in command, 7-0. We'll be back right after this on Jacket Nation Sports.
If you're looking for a new home, an investment property, or to explore the area, Century 21 will help you find exactly what you're looking for. Since 1971, Century 21 Real Estate has set the standard in the real estate business. So when it comes to your home, never settle. Move with the relentless agents of the Century 21 brand on your side. Century 21 is a proud sponsor of Jacket Nation Sports and Lebanon High School athletics.
Do you like comic books, toys, video games, and collectibles? Massey's Comics has what you need. The locally owned comic shop has a wide variety of new and vintage collectibles, with new books coming out every Wednesday. Massey's Comics is located at 727 South Jefferson Avenue in the King Cash Savers Shopping Center. For more information, check them out on Facebook and Instagram at Massey's Comics.
Back here on the campus of Lebanon High School at Ole Scott Field as Cole Dustin back on for his 6th inning of action here. He'll face the 8-9-1 hitter starting with the second baseman Ryber Schroeder. Just an absolute phenomenal day on the mound by number 16 as that one is a little bit wild back to the backstop.
Phenomenal is correct. We talked about his last game against Willard, which was everything but phenomenal, but sometimes it's not how you do in the moment, it's how you bounce back. And Cole has bounced back in the best way possible as he has been shut down, or he has shut down this Branson team, I should say. Here's the 1-0 pitch by Dustin, and it is inside for ball 2.
UConn and Purdue will face off in Arizona for the national championship and bring an end to the college basketball season as Dustin misses the strike zone there for 3-0. You got UConn or Purdue tonight?
Well, again, I'm a Baptist preacher, so I don't bet. However, this one's going to be inside for ball 4. I do have Purdue winning, and if Purdue wins, then I get first place in a pretty big bracket challenge that I'm in. And so I will be rooting for Purdue. and their 8'9" center, whatever his name is, Zach something.
Zach Edey.
Zach Edey. Obviously, I'm a football fan over a basketball fan, but you know what? March Madness is always fantastic.
We are Mizzou basketball season ticket holders.
We are Mizzou basketball season ticket holders, and if anybody wants those, you can have them. There's a pickoff by Cole. It's just my luck, by the way, that this is the first year that I become a season ticket holder for the Missouri Tigers, and I think it was their worst season since 1908, where they have lost every game in the SEC. Here's the pitch. It's going to be a bunt attempt. He pulls it back for ball one.
Then obviously the other big news in college basketball last night, John Calipari heading from Lexington to Fayetteville.
That's one of my least favorite humans going to my least favorite school, so I cannot wait to root against Arkansas this season. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and it is strike one. Last time I saw John Calipari is the game when Kentucky came to Mizzou, and Mizzou just absolutely beat the bricks off of them.
It was a good one.
That was a good game to watch. Here's the 1-1 pitch inside. I could say that one of my good friends, Hayden Brogdon. He's a Arkansas Razorback. And my niece, Chloe Shivers, former Lebanon basketball volleyball player, also a Razorback. Here's the 2-1 pitch, and this one's going to be inside again for ball three. Again, thanks for joining us on this Monday afternoon. Roger Shear and Alex Boyer for Jacket Nation Sports. This has been all Yellow Jacket as the Branson Pirates coming in with a winning record. So not an automatic victory for the Jackets, but they have come in red hot.
Scoring in 4 of the 5 innings as senior Blake Decker starts to get loose in the Lebanon bullpen, but Dustin fires that one in there for strike 2 to make it a full count.
How many walks has Dustin given so far this game?
I believe that was his first.
His first one, which is pretty incredible.
Yeah.
After what we saw against Willard.
He's bounced back.
Here's the 3-2 pitch, and it's going to be chopped for a base hit to the right fielder, and the runner on second is going to advance to third. He will get there standing, and third baseman gets a hold of it as it'll now be first and third with no outs.
Just the second hit allowed by Dustin today, and they both have came to the 9-hole hitter Marshall Storm as Isaac Arthur rises from the Lebanon dugout and walks slowly to the mound. We'll see if they start to get Deckard a little bit more aggressive in the pen. Yeah, back in the Industrial League softball days, you had to be on your P's and Q's or you were going to be replaced pretty quick by
I got replaced. Bub Stewart was my head coach when I played softball, and I think I had one ground ball go, and it was Dave Stewart was the one that hit it towards me.
His own nephew, right?
Yes, it was his own nephew. And Dave Stewart, when he hits a ground ball to you, it's going to be 400 miles an hour. I think I sneezed and the ball was in the outfield. And next thing I know, I'm playing left field. I think that was my last game.
Left out.
That was it. Yeah. After that, Bub and Matt said, "Nope, your first baseman days are over." And they put Jordan McGinnis at first base, who had never played first base. I got replaced by a guy that never played before. That's why I was a debater in high school, not a baseball player.
Oh, man. Cole Dustin in a little bit of a jam here. First and third, nobody out with the leadoff man, Colin Ross, who made a nice play to end the bottom half of the fifth. Comes up to bat here.
That pitch looked good.
Seems like this ump's kind of squeezed the zone a little bit here, but we've been nothing but complimentary of him all day. And he's done both him and the field umpire.
He's called a fair game. We don't know him, so we're just going to call him John Doe umpire at this point. That'll be ball two. Shane, do we know who the umpire is? We don't know his name. Okay, well, we'll find out at the end of the
Shane
game.
Doesn't know, nobody knows.
We'll say that in the post-game show. 2 balls, no strikes, nobody out for Dustin. Man on first and third. Here's the pitch, and it's going to be strike one for Cole Dustin. 2-1 count.
Deckard's starting to throw a little bit more quicker here.
Well, if you're Cole, you want to finish this inning. You don't want a reliever to come in and potentially give up those runs. Here's strike 2. No contact there for the swing and a miss.
Even if you're Dustin and you let that runner come home from third to score, that's fine as long as you can just retire one batter at a time.
Absolutely. Coming in with a 3.7 ERA or so. No matter what, you're looking to lower that today and pick up the victory. This one is going to be low and in the dirt. Gavin Smith does a great job looking down the runners, picking up the ball, throwing it back, as we'll have a full count, no damage done beyond that.
Now Josh Ziegenbein starts to warm up a little bit.
Well, we saw Josh Ziegenbein come in at the Willard game.
And Saturday.
And Saturday. And that one will be ball 4, and that'll load the bases.
This is starting to look more a little bit like that Willard performance by Cole Dustin, falling off the mound at an awkward angle. And
well, the good news is it's the 6th inning and not the 1st or 2nd inning.
That's right.
And when you're up by 7, you have a little bit of room to be able to do that. As regardless, he has a lot to be proud of in this game as Gavin Smith pats him on the shoulder. We're going to see if this is going to be it, and it looks like it will, as the Lebanon Yellow Jacket fans here at Ole Scott Field give him a standing ovation as he heads to the dugout.
What a great day by Cole D. 5 solid innings. No earned runs yet, and he'll rely on his buddy Blake Deckard to try to get him out of this jam. But we'll head to a commercial break, and Lebanon will look to get out of the bases loaded jam when we return.
With locations in Bennett Spring, Springfield, Republic, Bolivar, and now Nixa, SnowBiz is the perfect sweet treat to beat the summer heat. SnowBiz offers authentic Hawaiian-style shave ice with 50-plus true-to-life, unbeatable flavors. While most stands are seasonal, they now offer a year-round location at their SnowBiz Plus shop inside 14 Mill Market in Nixa, Missouri, as they proudly serve their classic shave ice treats and Ice Cream Factory's delicious ice cream and so much more. Swing on by to check them out soon. Go Jackets!
Some people are just obsessed with their lawns. They'd cut their grass with a pair of scissors if they could. Thanks to Gravely, they don't have to. You see, Gravely makes not only the best built and most comfortable lawnmowers, but they also leave your house looking like a doggone country club. So whether you're a commercial landscaper wanting the best or just a perfectionist homeowner, you can't do better than a Gravely.
Garner & Smith Insurance in Lebanon wants you to know that they're your local source for all your insurance needs and available in person, by phone, or virtually to answer any health insurance questions. Call today to schedule a free, no-obligation benefit review at 417-532-9491. Now's the right time to evaluate your current coverage and strengthen it. Make sure that you have the plan you need with the benefits you really want. Garner & Smith Insurance across the street from Lebanon High School, supporting the Yellow Jackets and the community since 1976.
Back here at Ole Scott Field is Blake Deckard taking the mound. You could argue he's the staff ace for this Lebanon Yellow Jacket team in 16, it says 16.4 innings, but in 16 or so innings, he's got a 2.08 earned run average, 13 hits allowed, however, 26 strikeouts allowed. As we saw the strikeout pitch quite a bit from Cole Dustin, Blake Deckard should be able to pick up where Cole left off, as it is now ball 1. And it'll be a 1-0 count. Again, the bases loaded here for the Pirates. A opportunistic time for them as they need some runs. They are down by 7 to the Lebanon Yellow Jackets.
It was a leadoff walk to Ryber Schroeder, the second baseman, followed by a hit to right field by Marshall Storm, and then another walk to Colin Ross that ended Cole Dustin's days. So that's the situation so far. Bases loaded, nobody out, as Deckard fires one on the inside corner for his first strike of the evening.
Let's see if he can pick up strikeout number 27. Again, the bases loaded here. If you're the Branson Pirates, you absolutely have to take advantage of this. Nobody out. And here's the pitch by Deckard. It's going to be low and in the dirt as Gavin looks for it, but the runners do not advance. Gavin has done a great job seeing the ball and getting the ball. We know against Springfield Catholic, Alex, there were some issues with the ball and Gavin losing it and misplacing it. However, in this game, he has done a great job there at the backstop.
Getting word that Charlie Foley, the home plate umpire.
Charlie, huh?
Foley.
Charlie Foley. Okay, well, Chuck, you're doing a great job if you're listening. There's the pitch, and this one is going to be a chopper to the second baseman. He gets him at 2, and he is safe at first base. However, a much-needed force out at second base for the first out of the inning for the Jackets and the first run of the game for the Branson Pirates.
Really good job. Underrated play there by the first baseman, Bronson Rhodes, to understand that DePay has good speed. They weren't going to get him in time, so he comes off the bag to make sure that that runner, I believe it was Marshall Storm, who also shows some great speed, not able to get home on the throw. But good play there by Myers to get one out, and now Deckard can settle down and just pitch.
And this one's going to be strike one called by the home plate umpire, Charlie Foley. Got to catch up.
That's right. Got to give him his
give him enough
props
name
now.
recognition at this point.
Andrew Bristow up to bat, the first baseman for Branson.
And if you're Branson, you're excited here because you've got the 3, 4, and 5 hitters, and this one is going to be chopped off of his leg for strike 2 as he walks it off. Man on first, man on third for the heart of the lineup, and the Pirates will see Bristow, Atkinson, and the shortstop Whit Miller. Again, Blake Deckard has been phenomenal this year on the mound with an ERA just north of 2 and plenty of strikeouts to boot. Here's the pitch, and this is going to be blocked by Gavin Smith for ball 1.
My guess is, as we see Josh Ziegenbein continue to warm up, is they just want Blake to get out of this jam for him and then probably use him again later in the week in a starting role.
You do not want to see his pitch count go up too much, as he's one that we might see tomorrow for Kickapoo. Here's the 1-2 pitch by Deckard. It is all heat, and it is all fouled off. We'll stay here at 1-2.
Deckard, the Missouri State West Plains signee, will continue his baseball and academic career up in Howell County.
He'll be playing college in West Plains, which is where everybody was at today for the Eclipse. Apparently they had the 100%. Lebanon was merely 95%. Here's the 1-2 pitch. It's going to be chopped to the third base side, but foul ball.
Yeah, they didn't even have school today. They canceled for it.
I don't want to live in this world anymore. They're canceling school for the Eclipse. Goodness gracious. I sound like my grandpa. Back when I was in school, we'd walk uphill 4 miles in the snow. You know what? Good for West Plains. I'm not going to be a curmudgeon. Good for you kids. I'm glad that you got to enjoy the Eclipse. Here's the 1-2 pitch by Deckard. It's going to be off speed, and this one hit to the left fielder. That's going to score 1, and he's going to stay at second base, first and second. A RBI single for the number 3 man, Andrew Bristow, and it is now 2-7. Jackets still up by 5, but that's exactly what the doctor ordered for the Branson Pirates. That'll bring up the designated hitter, Sam Atkinson, as he will see men on first and second for 1 out. Deckard gave him the off speed there, and he took advantage of that. He waited on it and drove that one.
Now everybody on base belongs to Blake Deckard's stat line.
That's right.
Only 2 earned runs given up by Cole Dustin and 5 innings pitched. Still work to be done, though, as this Branson team has shown that they're not going to go away easily.
As the designated hitter, Atkinson, will take ball 2.
Only 4 hits for Lebanon on the day, but 7 runs compared to Branson's 3 hits on the day, and only 2 runs to show for that.
Well, they play 7 innings for a reason, as Branson not giving up. As time is called. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. Blake Deckard on the mound for the Jackets as he comes in relief of the starter, Cole Dustin. It'll be right-hander throwing to right-hander here. Deckard takes a look at second, and the pitch is going to be a called strike 1, 2-1 count.
Ziegenbein done throwing in the Lebanon bullpen, so it looks like he's ready to go if needed. Jackets need to just find a way to get 5 outs and get out of here with a win and get ready for the Chiefs tomorrow.
And here's the pitch by Deckard, going to be called strike 2. So the first 4 pitches looked at by the designated hitter. We'll see if he chokes up and drives one here. 2 balls, 2 strikes. As the wind has calmed down a little bit. Decent lead at second, decent lead at first. Here's the 2-2 pitch, and this one is driven as Lamontagne is going back, and he's going to going to fall right at the warning track area as he will be in for a double. No throw at home. And there's an RBI by Sam Atkinson. This is now a 3-7 ball game. Men on second and third for the Pirates. And we're going to see a mound visit.
And a pitching change, I believe.
So not an ideal relief experience or relief appearance there for Blake Deckard, as we are going to see the designated hitter Josh Ziegenbein, who's had a couple of phenomenal relief appearances so far this season. He's going to take the ball for the Lebanon Yellow Jackets. We'll see what he can do. Man on second and third, one out for the Pirates. We'll have Whit Miller, the shortstop, coming to bat here in just a couple of minutes. We'll be back right after these words here on Jacket Nation Sports.
Josh Ziegenbein into the game to relieve Blake Deckard, and he'll face the left-handed hitter Whit Miller, who's struck out and grounded out to the pitcher. So Branson, a little bit of a rally here. They've scored 3 runs and have a chance to add on more here in the top of the 6th.
Ziegenbein with the pitch. Strike one to Whit Merrifield, or Whit Miller. I've got all the Royals middle infielders in my head. Granted, Whit Merrifield now in Toronto. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and this one is blocked by Gavin Smith for ball one. You know, as much as I love Bobby Witt for the Royals, Whit Merrifield back in the day, I say back in the day, 3-4 years ago, great second baseman for the Kansas City Royals. 1-1 pitch, and one out. Here it is from Ziegenbein. This one's going to be just outside for ball two. Man on second and third here for the number 5 hitter, Whit Miller. If he could drive these in, we've got a 5-7 ball game.
So many times this season, Alex Weatherman has called on Josh Ziegenbein in big moments, and so far Ziegenbein has always delivered.
Indeed he has. In fact, against Willard, when the wheels fell off for Cole Dustin, it was Ziegenbein that came in and really pitched phenomenal for several innings up until the very end when Willard was able to carry away with it.
The 2-2 upcoming to Whit Miller.
And this is going to be just high. We now have a full count. 6:30 baseball here at Ole Scott Field. Branson Pirates making it a little interesting here as we're in the top of the 6th inning.
See a submarine pitcher in the Branson bullpen.
Oh, good. Here's the full count pitch. This one's going to be fouled back. No vehicles hit.
Crisis averted.
Crisis indeed averted, as there are plenty of cars here for baseball action. Branson Yeah, they got some people here. A little bit of a drive from Branson, though. Lebanon, however, they have arrived to support their Jackets. Here's the 3-2 pitch by Ziegenbein. This one is going to be hit to the shortstop. Great stop, and it is going to be an inerrant throw to third base, or errant throw to third base, I should say, as he's going to be safe. And that is going to give another RBI, as we are now 7-4 Lebanon.
Our cameraman Levi Collins starting to get a little bit nervous up here.
A little jittery over there. As Atkinson at third base. It was a nice stop there by shortstop Chance Cromer, but unfortunately the throw was just off to the third baseman Cole Milliken. Here's the first pitch, and it's going to be jacked to left field, and this one's going to be down for a base hit. That's going to be another RBI for Branson, putting run number 5 on the board. It is now first and second with 1 out. It is now a 5-7 ball game, and Alex, it is now getting interesting.
It is. This is where you need just something right to go your way for Lebanon. And
maybe a double play is just what the doctor ordered.
Of course, the Jackets, this is game number 1 of 4 this week, so they need to just try to limit the damage.
Well, when it was 7-0, we thought maybe this can be the momentum builder that they need going into Kickapoo tomorrow. Here's the catcher, Aaron Strom, and this one's going to be outside for ball 1.
The 4th hit of the inning for the Pirates.
I said Aaron Strom. This is Tegan Asbury. Strom was just up. Ziegenbein gets the sign. He takes a long look at second base. And he delivers for a fastball. Blocked by Gavin Smith for a ball.
So 5 runs for the Pirates in the top of the 6th, and they're not going away easily.
Also, I think it's another testament to how Cole Dustin has pitched, as he has shut down this lineup now that he's left the game. It's not going great for the Jackets. This will be a called strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Man at first and second. Again, if you're Ziegenbein, you would love nothing more than a double play ball. Maybe get out of this inning with only 5 runs on the board. Top of the 6th inning. Ziegenbein gets the sign. Looks back at second base. Nobody covering. And he throws it. This one's going to be grounded to the second baseman. Nice catch. He throws it to second. Out and to first is safe. However, a very nice play there by the second baseman, Tony Myers, to get it quickly to Chance Cromer and to at least get the force out at second.
I hope our viewers at home understand how difficult of a play that was for Myers, moving to his left and having to throw off his back foot. A speedy Branson team didn't have a lot of time to get the runner at second, but managed to do so.
Absolutely, and I think it's a testament. We've said it before. The fielding of this Jacket infield, from Cromer to Myers to Milliken to Rhodes, a phenomenal infield. And if you're a pitcher like Ziegenbein or Dustin or Deckard, and you know that you have that infield behind you, you can breathe a sigh of relief, because when you see a ground ball like that, you know that you're at least going to get 1, and potentially you're going to get 2 in that situation.
So now the Branson Pirates have hit around as Ryber Schroeder comes back up to bat for the second time in this inning.
And this one is going to be called a ball. It'll be a 2-0 count. As now you have a force at second or first to end the inning.
Cole Dustin playing deep on the track at left field. Hoyt Honey and Braden LaMontagne playing straight away. And now a fastball as Schroeder tried to turn away from that one.
There's some yelling from the Lebanon side. You start to get a little more animated once it becomes a 5-7 ball game. As there are 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs here for Ziegenbein. Let's see if he can work a little magic and get the Jackets out of this half of the inning. Here's the pitch. It's going to be a steal. Gavin Smith does not throw. Probably a smart move by Gavin. As the man on third for Branson, he was looking to potentially run and make this a 1-run ball game on that steal attempt. However, what that does do for the Branson Pirates is you are a base hit in the gap away from tying this ball game, something we never thought we would have said just 20 minutes ago. As it is now a 3-0 count. Right now you have more of an incentive to just throw a ball and load the bases, and that's exactly what he does. Is now bases loaded for 2 outs. And that's going to bring up the center fielder, Marshall Storm. Already has had some good at-bats so far.
2 hits.
2 hits for the center fielder, and that's going to be yet another mound visit for the Lebanon Yellow Jackets. Currently, if my eyes don't deceive me, they don't have anybody warming up.
Yeah, nobody warming up. This is all Josh Ziegenbein. So the Jackets need a big out upcoming here on Jacket Nation Sports. We'll take a short break and be back right after this. Up comes Marshall Storm, the 9-hole hitter for Branson, but make no mistake about it, he's had quite the day at the plate. 2 hits already and a run scored for Storm, and the first pitch almost
hit him.
Hits him.
And if you're Marshall Storm, you're going to let that hit you because that is an RBI in that situation. The Branson Pirates only down by 2 after being down by 7 just a few minutes ago. It's going to be a 1-0 pitch to Ziegenbein, and this one's going to be jacked, but it is going to be foul out to the vehicles. Calling Marshall Storm a number 9 hitter for the number 9 batter. It's a little misleading because, again, he doesn't swing like a number 9 hitter. Swings like a number 2 or a number 3 hitter. As 1 ball, 1 strike, Ziegenbein has the bases loaded. Only needs 1 out to get out of this jam. Let's see if he can do it with this pitch. It's going to be take your base, a hit batsman, and a very inopportunistic RBI as the Branson Pirates are now 1 run away from tying this game. The bases are still loaded, and we are back to the top of the lineup with the dangerous right fielder, Colin Ross.
And that will do it for Josh Ziegenbein. He comes out of the game, and a big moment upcoming for Chris Kilburn, who enters this game with a 1-run lead, but the bases will be loaded. We'll be back right after this on Jacket Nation Sports. Leadoff man Colin Ross steps up into the batter's box at Always Scott Field to face Chris Kilburn, the junior right-handed pitcher. And a big moment upcoming here as Kilburn's first pitch to Ross is a fastball in the outside corner for strike number 1.
Chris Kilburn coming in relief. He has been perfect, albeit in limited action. He's coming in with a 0 ERA and just over 4 innings pitched. Colin Ross, of course, last year, as that's going to be
a balk.
Kilburn looks baffled, and that is going to tie this game as the umpire, Charlie Foley, goes and explains it, exactly what he saw.
So a 7-run deficit from the Branson Pirates have been erased.
And as our KJL colleague Kevin Stubblefield I overheard him say, but certainly unfortunate that the game Cole Dustin has pitched, we thought was a guaranteed victory for Cole Dustin, now is a non-decision. Here's the pitch, and this one's going to be very close, but it's going to be ball 1.
Mentioned earlier for Branson, so you got to do the same here. But whenever you're making an umpire sit through this, you're not going to get the benefit of the calls.
Nope, you're not. It's a 1-1 pitch as Kilburn needing that last out, that pesky last out. Here's the pitch. This one's going to be fouled back to the Lebanon side for strike 2, as it is now a pitcher's count for Kilburn. And if you're Lebanon, this is the inning that nightmares are made of. However, silver lining, it's now a tie game. It's not a Branson lead at this point in the game. As here's the 1-2 pitch, and it's going to be chopped off of Kilburn's leg, and it's going to squirt past the shortstop for a 2-run single. It is now 9-7 Branson. That silver lining I just said is now out the window as Branson has taken the lead on this inning that has been terrible for Lebanon. As you see Branson over there, they're celebrating like they just won the Super Bowl. My advice to Coach Harriman and his team, it ain't over till it's over.
9 runs. I don't even know if the scoreboard can get to 10 runs here.
Something tells me it can.
Well, I just meant like for an inning.
Man, our score guy's so excited he hasn't changed the 1-2 pitch.
Me either.
As that's going to be ball 1.
Unfortunate there by Kilburn as it was a comebacker to him, but some exit velo on that kind of just kicked off his leg and got booted into the
And
outfield.
again, what a testament to the game Cole Dustin pitched to really shut this Branson team down, as this is going to be a breaking ball just high for ball 2. As Lebanon will be going into the bottom of the 6th inning, something that they thought they would not have to do, which is to try to bat to get back into this game. It's going to be 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. And here's the pitch. Low for ball 3.
So hitter number 12 up to the...
It's been one of those innings, as it's going to be ball 4, take your base. Walked on 4 pitches. None of those pitches were terrible, but none of them in the strike zone.
9-7 Branson. First and second now as Andrew Bristow up. I don't know how long this half inning's been.
I don't know. I think I've grown some facial hair since we started. Andrew Bristow, the first baseman and the number 3 hitter for the Branson Pirates, as we are back to the heart of the lineup. Branson has put up 9 runs, and Coach Harriman is saying, hey, we're not done.
And it brings up probably one of the more dangerous hitters in this Pirates lineup. Bristow's already got a single this inning and scored to make it 7-4. That seems like an hour ago.
And this one is going to be the pitch that they needed, as it is going to be popped up and caught by the third baseman as Lebanon gets out of this inning, but the damage has been done as Branson puts up 9 runs. The Lebanon Yellow Jackets will be going into a very important bottom of the 6th inning. Hard to say it. Branson up by 2, 9-7.
9-7 Branson after a 7-0 deficit was erased by the Pirates with 9 unanswered runs in the top of the 6th, and tough inning there if you're a black and gold fan.
If you're Coach Weatherman, they had a lengthy team meeting there. The only thing you can tell your players in that situation is, hey, that was a bad inning. Let's go to bat, because that's an inning. You know, sometimes, Alex, in baseball, the wheels fall off. That's a situation where the engine falls out.
Couldn't have said it better myself. That was
Thank you.
Pretty original right there.
As we'll start out here with the shortstop. Good news for Lebanon is you've got the 3, 4, and 5, and leading off here is Cromer as he watches a ball up.
Really like the energy from the Lebanon dugout. They're on their feet up against the railing. They understand that they're just as capable of doing what Branson just did to them.
Well, we saw Lebanon respond very well to Springfield Catholic after what looked like was going to be a really bad first inning. Turned out to be really well, worked out really well for Lebanon, as this is going to be called strike one. It is now a 2-1 count.
Still Gage DePay on the mound working for Branson. Feels like it's been 45 minutes.
Exactly.
Since we've seen him
DePay had plenty of time to get warm, as this one's going to be chopped for a foul, and that's going to even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. If you're Lebanon, you're down by 2 runs. You've got 2 innings here to work with, and that's also assuming that your pitching is going to be able to get into the 7th inning and get out of that with no runs. Here's the pitch, and it's going to be grounded to the first baseman, but it will be foul.
I don't know if there's a guy you'd rather have up to the plate right now than Cromer. I think he's only struck out maybe once this season. So
I would agree with that. Cromer's
a guy that's going to put the ball in play.
Absolutely.
It's what you need right now.
DePay will see Cromer, Honey, and LaMontagne, the 3, 4, and 5 hitters. Here's the 2-2 pitch. This one's going to be popped back to the vehicles. And the beautiful sound of asphalt. I spoke too soon. Looks like it bounced into a vehicle.
Levi Collins.
Levi called it. Here's the 2-2 pitch. This one's going to be grounded, and a diving second baseman, but a base hit for Chance Cromer. Exactly what you needed if you're Lebanon, as you've got Cromer at first base and the number 4 hitter, the powerful Hoyt Honey, coming in as Lebanon bouncing back.
Well, I think it's obvious here that if you're Alex Weatherman, you've got to be aggressive on the base paths. And Cromer with speed, but not the speed that LaMontagne and Smith have. We'll see if Alex Weatherman still dials up some sort
Well, remember, you need 2 runs to tie it.
It's true.
So,
and then you can also look for the vantage point of there's no need to run into an out whenever you're down 2.
Absolutely.
And you're needing some runs.
Hoyt Honey, certainly a bat that you would love to see at this point, as he has come into this game batting .447. He's got 5 doubles and a triple. 8 strikeouts. Here's the pitch to Honey. This is going to be an off-speed pitch high for a ball.
I don't speak for Hoyt on this, but speaking as a fan, I would like to see Hoyt get hit by his 3rd pitch here.
You would like to see him get hit by a pitch. And
yeah,
you call
for
yourself,
the 3rd time.
You call yourself a Lebanon educator.
Sorry.
Wishing harm on your students. No, I think he would take a hit pitch at this point, too. Here's the 2-0 pitch. It's going to be just on the corner. A nice pitch there by DePay, as that's going to be 2 balls, 1 strike.
Right on the back is where.
That's right. No matter who wins this game, it's yet another game that has been phenomenal. As this one's going to be hit, it's going to be a high fly ball to left center. The left fielder calls it, and he catches it for out number 1. Chance Cromer heads back to first base. And that's going to bring up the speedy center fielder, Braden LaMontagne. The starting pitcher, Cole Dustin, will be on deck. And again, unfortunate for Cole Dustin, the game that he pitched will be a no decision. As DePay takes a look at Cromer at first, throws it. This one's going to be on the corner for strike 1. And DePay, who, Alex, as you alluded to, has been in this game now for a few innings, and he's pitching like he's fresh.
Cromer gets a little bit of a lead at first. Now DePay from the stretch. Here's the 0-1. It's a curveball that LaMontagne barely gets a piece of for strike 2.
Now pitcher's count for DePay.
Alex Weatherman telling his dugout to Try to stay aggressive up there in the box.
As it is now an 0-2 count. Cromer on first. DePay gets the sign, throws it, and this one's going to be just outside for a ball.
Montang with some room there in the right center field gap if he can.
And he's one, if he can get just a little bit of it, he can fly.
Outfield straight away. Here's the 1-2 pitch. It's a fastball called strike 3. Got Lamontang looking there.
And there's no arguing that one, as that was a pitch to hit.
Out number 2 now as Cole Dustin comes up to bat. So the leadoff single by Cromer might be all for naught here if Cole Dustin can't do anything.
And again, if you're Lebanon, you still have the 7th inning. However, this is your opportunity with Cromer leading off. This was the 3, 4, and 5. After Dustin, you're looking at the 7, 8, and 9 hitters. As Dustin certainly not afraid to swing the bat as he does it right there as he swing and misses for strike 1. Dustin has not got a hit so far this game. We'll see if he can get his first one right here, and what better time to do it. Here's the pitch. Swung and grounded to the first baseman. A nice snag. He's going to tag, and unfortunately the hit by Chance Cromer does nothing as the Jackets will end this half of the inning with no runs. We'll go to the 7th inning, our final inning of play. Branson 9, Lebanon 7.
The DH, Sam Atkinson, will come up to bat here with Branson now leading 9-7 with just 1 inning left here as Chris Kilburn coming back on for the 7th delivers a first pitch strike to Atkinson.
Well, if you're Chris here in relief, you're probably a little bit better coming into an inning where you are in complete control of your destiny here. As there's an 0-1 pitch, this one is going to be just high for ball 1. And it's hard to say it, but Branson looking for the insurance runs, as we've been saying that all game, but we've been saying that for the Lebanon Yellow Jackets, as they will be going into the bottom of the 7th inning, looking to at least take this into extra innings, as this one is going to get past the glove of Gavin Smith for ball 2.
Well, you look at the 2nd inning for Lebanon. They got 2 runs, but if you've been with us since the beginning of the broadcast, you know that Lebanon had the bases loaded with nobody out, and a tough strikeout by Gavin Smith gave him 1 out, and then Cole Milliken lined into a double play right back to the pitcher, and that was the end of the threat. After
well, the good news, if you're Lebanon, going into the bottom of the 7th, they've scored every single inning minus the last 2 innings. And this one's going to be fouled back for strike 2. The Lebanon Yellow Jackets scored 1 in the first, 2 in the 2 in the second, 1 in the third, and 3 in the fourth. So consistency is what we've seen from this Jackets lineup, and consistency is what we're going to need as we get to the bottom of the 7th here momentarily. However, let's not count our chickens before our eggs hatch, as we're still here in the top of the 7th. The 2-2 pitch is going to be high, full count.
Good to see the concession stand back open.
I was going to say that earlier with the Springfield Catholic game. I've never wanted popcorn more in my life. Here's the full count pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, as the big bat of designated hitter Sam Atkinson is retired for out number 1, and that's going to bring up the shortstop Whit Miller. 25 is an interesting number for a shortstop. When I think of 25, I think of Mark McGuire.
There you go. That's pretty common, I'm sure. Barry Bonds, maybe.
There you go. This is going to be a base hit for Whit Miller up between the first baseman and the second baseman. As he saw the first pitch, liked it, and slapped it for a single. He'll be the backstop catcher, Aaron Strom, 1 on, 1 out.
The 7th hit of the game for the Pirates. Second hit of the day for Whit Miller.
And the pitcher, Chris Kilburn, throws it. This one's going to be popped up. And the catcher, Gavin Smith, calls for it, catches it, and
drops it.
Looked like him and Bronson Rhodes were maybe fighting for it there for a second. Gavin had a hold of it, but was not able to bring it in.
Tough play for Smith. Those are a lot harder than they look whenever you've got to take the mask off, make sure you're not running into the guy on deck. And as now a bunt towards Milliken. He fields it, throws it over to Rhodes. And
great play by Milliken.
A sacrifice works, though, for Aaron Strom. 5-3, the sacrifice, as it puts a runner on second and Tegan Asbury coming up to hit. Asbury was he was the second out, of the last inning when Branson kind of went on that tear. So a chance to make up for it here, though, as it's a ball 1 outside. Asbury, a star wide receiver for the Branson football team in the fall, and has made some nice plays in the outfield for Coach Harriman and his squad.
It's 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. It's going to be chopped to the third baseman. Third baseman snags it, throws it to Rhodes. Nice stretch by Rhodes for out number 3. And that is exactly what Lebanon needed as they go into the bottom of the 7th inning. They are down 9-7 to the Branson Pirates. We'll be back right after these words.
Hey, let me tell you the secret successful businesses already know. It's all about branding. Get recognized and get results. Results advertising, logo's everything you can logo, like apparel, hats, mugs, signs, and banners. Branding your business is what results advertising does. Getting your name out there and on anything branding your business. The secret is results advertising in Lebanon at resultsadv.com and 417-533-7741.
Losing a loved one is painful, but at Shadle's Colonial Chapel, we make the hard times a little easier to bear. With affordable funeral and cremation services, we offer 2 spacious chapels, a full-service banquet area for families to gather, plus the latest technology for honoring your loved one. Our website has everything you need, from pre-arrangements to flowers, even a place to reminisce. Let us help you remember your loved one. Shadle's Colonial Funeral Chapel, the area's most often selected funeral service.
It's a beautiful morning, Scotty, and we have an early game today.
That injured list, it's getting longer by the minute.
Not to mention, there's apparently a nasty virus sweeping through the locker room.
Yeah, but these players, they're in good hands.
All of them need to feel their best this season, Scotty.
Yes, they do, Jack, because this team is on track to win it all this year.
Every day, Mercy's team is ready to take care of yours, bringing you the care you need now. Find out all the ways to access Mercy at mercynow.net.
Here at Jonesy's Travel Center, we're more than just a pit stop. We're a destination. Fuel up your car and your appetite with our exclusive offers. Teachers and students, show your student or faculty ID and enjoy a 5-cent discount on gas every day. Hungry? Don't miss out on our mouth-watering daily specials at the restaurant. Need a space to meet? Our meeting room has got you covered. From fueling your car to fueling your day, Jonesy's Travel Center has it all. Come experience it for yourself.
Jackets are going to need a rally here at Ole Scott if they want to win today. They're down 2 runs as the senior Josh Ziegenbein comes up to hit. Josh was hit by a pitch in the second inning, struck out in the third, and grounded out to the pitcher on a bunt in the fifth.
Starting the at-bat good with a good eye. 2 balls, no strikes.
To pay back on for Branson to try to close this one out.
As here's the 2-0 pitch. It's going to be strike 1. As it was a close one, but Ziegenbein watches it. A walk's as good as a hit in this situation, as you need the 2 runs to keep this game alive if you're the Jackets. Here's the 2-1 pitch by DePay, and it's going to be watched again for strike 2. If you're Josh Ziegenbein, a good eye is important, but here he's going to have to get the bat off the shoulder. The 2-2 pitch by DePay is going to be slapped into center field. Unfortunately, it's going to be right at the center fielder,
Marshall Storm.
Marshall Storm, for out number 1.
Stuck his glove up there and hoped for the best, and
looked like
all that matters is they caught it.
Oh, I'm trying to think. Was it Scotty? Not Scotty Smalls. Who's the pitcher, or who's the in the Sandlot?
Something Smalls.
Smalls. Is it Scotty Smalls? But when he catches the fly ball, right?
Yeah. Eyes
and
closed.
This one's going to be near the throat of second baseman Tony Myers for ball 1. As the Jackets need 2 runs to tie this game, this one's going to be called strike 1. 1-1 count, 1 out for the second baseman Tony Myers, the number 8 hitter, followed by the number 9 hitter, first baseman Branson Rhodes. If Myers can get on base here, we know Rhodes has some power. This one's going to be an off-speed pitch for ball 1 against Springfield Catholic. Bronson Rhodes hit the first home run of the young season for the Lebanon Yellow Jackets, a towering home run to left field that brought in 2. Here's the 4th pitch for strike 2. It's now a 2-2 count for Tony Myers. Again, thanks for joining us. It's been as good as advertised in this game. 2-2 pitch is just high, and we've got ourselves a full count.
If you're Myers, you want to make sure anything close you're swinging at, but also don't want to go chasing anything unnecessary. The 3-2 pitch from DePay to Myers is a fastball, just a tad high, and Myers will take a free trip down to first base.
So let's see if Bronson Rhodes can maybe mimic what he did against Catholic. Something tells me he may be swinging for the fences on this one, but again, you're down by 2.
The good news is no matter what, well, I guess not no matter what, because you could ground into a double play, but if you can get Gavin Smith up to hit, that will be at least exactly what you
have good odds in that situation. Here's the pitch. It's going to be called strike 1. Great pitch by DePay, who he's like wine, seems to get better with age, as he has progressively pitched a great game of relief here for the Branson Pirates, as they are 9-6, looking to get to 10-6, and the 12-2 Jackets, or 13-2 Jackets, excuse me. This is going to be ball 1.
So Ziegenbein flew out to Marshall Storm, and Tony Myers walked, and that's the inning recap so far. As the 1-1 pitch is swung on by Rhodes, hit into the gap, and Myers is on his horse as that ball bounces off the bottom of the wall, and Myers will get held up at third. And a big one-out double there by Bronson Rhodes gives Gavin Smith an opportunity to do some damage here with runners on second and third and just 1 out.
And if you're the Lebanon third base coach, a good call to keep them there. You don't want to risk one being thrown out because you need both of them to score. And now with the leadoff hitter Gavin Smith up, which can be very dangerous if you're Branson, a base hit for Gavin Smith ties this game. And with Gavin at first base, you can almost guarantee he's going to get to third base before you know it.
And I believe that will be the end of the road for Mr. DePay, as Kyler Langton, the submarine pitcher, is going to be called upon here. So it's Langton, the right-handed pitcher, to face Gavin Smith when we return to Ole Scott Field right after this. Kyra Langton versus Gavin Smith is the matchup here at Ole Scott Field. Bases loaded, second and third, one out, as Smith, the leadoff man for Lebanon, has already doubled once, walked and been hit by a pitch. Langton, the submarine pitcher, will deliver the first pitch, and it's a fastball off the outside part of the plate for ball one. So Smith not trying to do too much here, just do a job and get that runner home from third. 1-0 pitch from Langton to Smith is swung on and missed. And it's a hard arm angle to hit from because coming at a weird angle, you have the shadows to deal with here at Ole Scott Field. So things aren't coming easy right now to the senior captain, Gavin Smith. But here's the 1-1 delivery. It is a ground ball down the third base line. The throw home is in time as Myers is thrown out. Nice play there by DePay, who backhanded that one and threw Myers out by 2 steps.
It's about as good of a play as you'll see there for an infielder. And unfortunately for Lebanon, that'll be out number 2.
The good news, though, for Lebanon is you got Gavin Smith on the base paths now, and that's basically a free path to second base. But
you've got Gavin on first, and you've still got a man on third. So if you're Cole Milliken here, you just need to focus on getting a hit.
So second and third, 2 outs. But, man, a hard-hit ball. DePay backhanded it, and Myers took off right on the contact and was thrown out at home.
Certainly looked like that was what's going to make it a tie ball game, but instead we stay at 9-7 as this first pitch, a strike one, and you wonder if you're the Lebanon Yellow Jacket batters, how much have you prepared yourself for a submarine pitcher like this? Probably not seen a ton of them.
No
Certainly
doubt.
not non-existent, but very rare.
And Smith doesn't look like a guy that's ready to steal a base as Milliken swings through that one for strike 2.
Of course, you have an opportunity if you're Gavin Smith and you steal second base and you have an errant throw, you've got a man on third who will be ready to advance.
The 0-2 pitch to Cole Milliken, who's looking to extend this game. Here's the pitch from Langton. It's a ball in the dirt.
As we are potentially to the last strike of the game for the Branson Pirates, who outside of one inning have not scored a run, but unfortunately the one inning that they did score a run, they put up 9 of them, as that's been the entire source of their offense today. Here's the 1-2 pitch. This one is going to be hit and off the bag for the second baseman. That's going to score 1 as Gavin Smith is going. They still have not picked the ball up. Gavin's going to stop at third and slide into second base for a double, as that will make the game 9-8. Man on second and third for the Yellow Jackets.
Well, there's the tough decision call there by Alex Weatherman to not have Gavin Smith steal, because if he is standing on second base, he's also crossing home plate, and this game is tied. But nonetheless, you leave it up to the heart of your lineup, and Chance Cromer is up here with 2 outs and a chance to win the game with runners on second and third.
Well, the last time Chance Cromer batted, we said there's nobody else you would want in this position more than your shortstop, the number 3 hitter. Right now, Chance Cromer has a chance to not only tie this game, he has a chance to outright win this game with a walk-off. A man at second and third, he hits the ball in the right position here at Ole Scott Field. This game is over, as this is hit for a foul ball. That one's going to be out for strike 1. Doesn't get more interesting than this at Ole Scott Field. It is a 9-8 game here in the bottom of the 7th. Man at second and third for the number 3 hitter.
Anything in the grass is going to get Milliken home. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Cromer. It's a fly ball to left field, and on to make the play is Asbury, and that will do it. A 9-0 comeback, or a 7-0 comeback completed by the Branson Pirates, and the Branson takes this one 9-8 as Lebanon falls short in their rally. We'll have the broadcast tomorrow against the Kickapoo Chiefs here at Ole Scott Field at 4:30. That will do it for us here at Jacket Nation Sports. For Alex Boyer and Roger Shear, good night from Ole Scott Field.